part by Schmidt Electric, by Ideatech, Ag 360 Insurance, by Newfeld's Flooring, and by Daylight Donuts. Homecoming here at Crusader Stadium tonight. The Crusader Marching Band performing before the game, and they've got a big competition coming up in Olathe tomorrow, and then we'll have homecoming festivities at halftime of tonight's game. More of our Midway Motors Drive to the Game comes up right after this on HKFM.
You're on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game on HKFM. Midway Motors, for every mile of life. Aaron West and Chris Shank bring you Crusader football Friday nights at 6:30 on HKFM.
Do you know that Stutzman Refuse Disposal is a locally operated Central Kansas waste management company owned by Waste Connections, a national leader in residential trash collection? Stutzman Refuse Disposal is the only true single-stream recycling facility in the state of Kansas to accept and process glass on site. Just one more reason to choose Stutzman's Refuse Disposal. Our business is picking up.
Are you considering putting up a fence, building a garage, adding onto your home, or purchasing ground? For all your surveying needs, contact Alpha Land Surveys in Hutchinson at 620-728-0012 or go to alphalandsurveys.com.
At Quality Body Shop in Pleasant View, we are committed to giving our customers our best. Need a rental? We have Hertz rental cars on site. For 50 years, setting the standard. Quality Body Shop in Pleasant View. Quality you can see.
We played El Dorado on that night here at home, or actually that was at El Dorado, 60-7 win. 607 total yards of offense in that game. Quarterback Jace Williams threw for 239. Buhler rushed for 368. Boy, we're talking about running quarterbacks and trying to get Jacob Miller mixed in and let him run some and just push some different levers to get this offense going. Jace Williams was such a pleasure back in the day to watch play quarterback.
No, he was a special kind of once-in-a-lifetime athlete, and being able to play at the Division II level, two sports, something that's unheard of at the collegiate level, even at the JUCO level. There's hardly any athletes that play two sports, but yeah, Jace was an exceptional player that made his mark on Buhler history.
Here's the crazy thing about that. I've talked to a number of coaches that said, he chose the football-basketball combo route that believe he could have been drafted in baseball.
Oh, yeah, he was a fantastic baseball player. Yeah. His dad was a big baseball guy as well. So, just a fun kid that did a lot of good for the Maroon and White on the hardwood field and all over.
Absolutely. Buhler averaging 43.9 points in this series. They scored a series high 68 last year. They've shut out to the Wildcats 5 times. 7 other times they've held them to a single score. 18-1 all time, and it's been a tough road for El Dorado now. 0-5 on the season, and dating back to the end of 2022, a 24-game losing streak. Second-year coach Danny Adelhart, a longtime coach in Central Kansas, spent some time at Heston, at Wichita-Capon. He's kind of got his hands full in the midst of a rebuild right now.
Yeah, and El Dorado is one of those schools, the tough thing for him just overall, I was visiting with some of my kids coming over here, El Dorado just is really kind of their beat down, and not just football, but a lot of the sports across the board, because typically in a school there'll be a few sports that are kind of, we're not as good at this, but we're good at this. And so, he's got to really try to just establish a culture of, number one, kids wanting to participate, and then number two, working hard, and then number three, believing that they do have the opportunity to win.
Offensively, they'll run multiple sets. They'll line up in some eyes, some shotgun. They do a ton of motion. They throw a lot to their running backs, line their receivers up all over the field. And so the good news about that is it'll give our defense, our young guys in particular, some different looks to kind of figure out.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to be able to just sit in one spot. And so, tonight will be an opportunity for the secondary to hopefully, if they get the opportunity, to get some picks tonight and, try to bounce back after last week.
Here's the tough thing for El Dorado. They have not scored a point yet this season.
Yeah, when you look at their stat line, of course they were victim to Andale week 1 in that big 104-0 game, but their closest game of the season so far was clear back week 3 when they lost to Collegiate 42-0.
Their last win 1,085 days ago came on October the 21st of 2022 versus Independence. They've not won a league game since September 23rd of that year against Augusta. So hopefully a good opportunity for Buhler to get some of their young guys in tonight. It's tough because you never want to overlook an opponent. You've always got to come ready. But hopefully not as intense tonight as last week.
Yeah. Should be a game that, like I said, if things go to plan, lots of people should get the opportunity to play tonight, and Buhler can hopefully have a night that they walk away feeling good.
Well, our Ag 360 Insurance ones to watch. Contact agents Darren Eddy and Cody Moores in Inman. Partners in your legacy. Who are we looking at tonight? I'm interested to see how Coach continues to mix in some different looks at offense. We saw, as we've talked about, Jacob Miller run that Wildcat a little bit last week, and continue to see, interested to see what he has up his sleeve.
Yeah, no doubt, because Jacob, a guy that he can tuck the football and run hard, and one of the other guys that I think I'm excited to see tonight. See what Max Harmony can do tonight, because he's a guy that Ben Klaus is obviously primo, fantastic tailback, but and as well as Asher McConaughey has seen more action at fullback, so kind of seeing those fullbacks get a little bit more involved tonight. And then, of course, anytime Landon Martinez touches the football, and it's an electric opportunity, so hopefully Landon will get an opportunity to catch or run the football some tonight as well.
Interesting you mentioned Harmony. This game last year was Buhler's first game without Ben Klaus, and Max rushed for over 100 yards, career high 103 in this game last year.
And you've seen it. Max Harmony's one of those guys, if he gets to the open space, he can make the defense pay. And so hopefully lots of guys can find pay dirt this evening running behind that Buhler O-line.
Well, approaching the start of tonight's homecoming game, Buhler and El Dorado. Our coverage brought to you in part by Inman Funeral Home, by Lyle Gertson Align Realty, Isaacson Insurance Agency, the Buhler Booster Club, and by Wifco Steel Products. We're about 15 minutes away from the kickoff homecoming activities at halftime. And as we go to break here, we'll share a little bit of the Crusader Marching Band and their show Red performing in Olathe at the Olathe Marching Invitational tomorrow. And at pregame festivities here tonight on the field. Let's go down to the field for a listen.
Conversation with head coach Steve Warner. Stream Crusader football on your smartphone with the Ad Astra radio app. Buhler Crusader football on HKFM.
The year was 1933. FDR took office, the first Major League Baseball All-Star Game was played, and King Kong was a hit movie. Hi, this is Brad Patton, and also in 1933, our agency, Wade Patton Insurance, was founded by my great-grandpa, you guessed it, Wade Patton. A lot of things have changed in the past 90 years. One constant, though, has been my family's helping to protect the people and businesses of Hutchinson and around Kansas. Stop by and see us today at 6th and Main, or check out WadePattonInsurance.com. Independent since 33, Wade Patton Insurance.
The Hutch Medicine Shop's CBD selection has dramatically increased. We carry the United States' top CBD brands, as well as the local brand Prairie Hills Hemp Company. Why are people increasingly buying CBD? Mainly for sleep, anxiety, and pain. The Medicine Shop sells creams, lotions, oils, and bath bombs, as well as gummies containing THC and THC-free. We have a wide variety of prices, starting at $10. The Medicine Shop in Midtown Hutch.
And welcome back on our Midway Motors drive to the game. Time for pregame thoughts from head coach Steve Warner. Coach, is going to be back home after a couple of weeks on the road, and it's homecoming tonight, so should be just a tremendous crowd.
Should be a great crowd. Should be a lot of electricity in the atmosphere. I love playing at home. The kids love being at home. We're excited and ready to get that nasty taste out of our mouth of the loss.
We've talked a lot about this team and a younger team. Some kids that are just playing their tails off for you. And I know they want to do well and feel like they still have a lot to prove.
They have a lot to prove, and they know it. They don't like to lose. The effort's been great all year long. The attitude's been great. We've had zero discipline problems. It's been a fun year, and these kids want to win, and they're going to come out and they're going to play hard like they do every game. And we proved that last week when we battled back from a 14-0 deficit. Nothing was going well for us, and we found ways to move the football and score, and the defense held. And then, of course, we just fell short and had a couple of mistakes that hurt us. But I love our effort, love the attitude. It's a fun group to coach.
I know you've talked with me about it before, regardless of the opponent and the record. Yes, the win is important, but also important is for you guys just to continue to get better at what you want to do.
And that is true. That going in right now, my plan is to throw the football a lot because that's something that we need to work on. I certainly don't want to run the score up, but if I would say that their coach knows us. If we run the football, that's probably going to run the score up more than throwing it. But we have to get better at the passing attack. We have to catch the balls that are close to us. We have to set our feet and Asher and complete passes. But those are the things that we need to work on to get where we want to be. So we're going to work on that tonight.
Another big key, I feel like, is getting that turnover takeaway ratio flipped the opposite way.
Right, we're -3, and that is not good. We have to be better than that. And I think our defense is playing well enough for that to happen. Offensively, we just got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, El Dorado offensively kind of does a little bit of everything. They've got some athletic guys at receiver. They'll run a lot of two-back sets, some out of the eye, some out of the gun, and they motion a lot of guys
and
around.
They do, and they'll run options, so that makes us have to be assignment sound. But their athletes are to play off. They play both ways, but you can notice their athletes better on offense, and they've got some receivers that can catch the ball, and we've got to be ready for that. We've got to get pressure on the quarterback, and we've got to take this game in just like we do any other game. It's a Super Bowl game. We've got to be ready to go.
Defensively, they'll probably walk linebackers up and have a five-man front against you guys to try and stop the run.
And load the box, and they'll do different things with linebackers and different things, but for the most part, they'll run 2 high safeties, and you're right, they're a 3-4 and bringing people up on the line of scrimmage because we run the eye, but still, that doesn't bother us. We still know we can get to our power play. That's obviously a big play for us, and we want to be able to get that done tonight too.
We want to win tonight and maybe get some of our other kids in at the end of the game.
That's my goal. Try to get everybody in. We suited the freshmen up. We want them to get in and get to play. But number one, we got to take care of business from the very beginning, and then we'll let that take care of itself.
What an opportunity for those freshmen. I know typically first game of the playoffs they're there, but
well, I think that they're going to love it. Being with us in the locker room, our quiet time, and our team prayer, and different things that we do, they get to be a part of it. And I love having the numbers on the sideline. I love having the numbers when we warm up. I think that's important. It just shows what our program is. And I noticed, Walmigo had their freshmen suit up. I think it looked cool. They had a lot of people out there, and that's what I like.
And we're in an era where, unfortunately, a lot of the teams in our league, I've seen those numbers go down. A lot of them don't have that freshman team to play anymore.
We have not played one freshman game yet with anybody in our league, and McPherson doesn't have enough freshmen. That's not in Buhler. We've got kids that want to work hard.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Coach. Well, first of all, just take care of business tonight. Good luck on the field. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you.
That's head coach Steve Warner, and we're back with more right after this.
We're just minutes away from tonight's kickoff. Just ahead on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game, Chris gives us his 3 keys to victory. The Buhler Crusaders play on 95.9 HKFM.
Are you building a house?
A swimming pool?
Are your lights flickering?
Call Schmidt Electric.
That's Schmidt Electric. 960-6755. Schmidt Electric will take care of all your electrical needs.
Got Spock?
Isaacson Insurance Agency, 38 years in business, available 24/7 to handle all your insurance needs. Visit isaacsonagency.com or call 620-727-0653 to start saving today. Isaacson Insurance Agency, free to do what's right for you.
At Blue Stem Communities, they believe in living well at every stage of life. With trusted locations in McPherson, Heston, North Newton, and Hutchinson, they're proud to offer vibrant senior living options from independent living to assisted care and skilled nursing. Each community is grounded in compassion, connection, and a commitment to nonprofit mission. Come and see what living well can be at Blue Stem Communities. Live well with Blue Stem communities in McPherson, Heston, North Newton, and Hutchinson.
Crusader football on HKFM.
And back at our Midway Motors drive to the game and our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard. A busy night on the schedule with Smoky Valley at Andale, Abilene at Augusta, Arc City at Goddard Eisenhower, McPherson and Mulvane, Wellington at Winfield, Circle at Rose Hill, Andover Central at Salina Central, and Clearwater at Collegiate in the league. And then a full night of football on our Ad Astra Radio Sports Network. Scores will be updating you on throughout the evening as well. Stream tonight's game on your phone with the Ad Astra Radio app, powered by Nextech Wireless. Shop the latest phones and devices at the best prices. Let's go down on the field for the singing of tonight's national anthem. Our Buhler Singers with the national anthem tonight.
Thank you, Buhler Singers.
Christopher, talking about those games in the Lake Course League standings. Buhler 3-0, Mac 2-0, Mulvane 2-1, Augusta 1-2, Winfield 1-2, and Circle 0-4. That McPherson at Mulvane matchup's a very important one tonight.
Yeah, big time, because those are two schools that are ahead of us in the West standings, and so kind of who wins or loses that game will kind of help set the table for the playoff race for all schools above us.
Matt, how about our kickoff conditions tonight? Seems like each week we get warmer instead of go the other way.
Yeah, I think this may be hopefully this is our last really warm night. 78 degrees down on the field, really no breeze at all. The nice thing, for those of you that are at Buhler regularly, you know that early on in the season, we're typically staring into the sun, but we're late enough into the year that the sun is set behind the trees on the west side of the stadium. Beautiful night for some football.
All right, we'll come back with the opening coin toss and the kickoff. Crusader football week 6 is next on HKFM.
Stay tuned for the Community National Bank and Trust halftime report. Coming up, tonight's Crusader Spotlight and our Dick.
Hi, this is James with IdeaTech. We love bringing internet freedom to the residents and businesses of Buhler. IdeaTech is a proud supporter and the preferred internet provider of the Buhler Crusaders. As the Crusaders know, speed wins. We back up our lightning-fast internet with a customer-first philosophy. That means you will talk to a live person from our office in Buhler when you call in. If you're not already a customer, go to ideatech.com and click on Check Availability. Or you can call us at 620-543-5000 to inquire more about our services.
The Anchor Inn and Anchor Away have been serving authentic Mexican food to Hutchinson and surrounding communities for over 35 years. Treat friends and family to the Anchor's legendary dishes in their large banquet room, famous buffet, and relaxed atmosphere. Open Monday through Saturday. For the same great food with the convenience of a drive-thru, visit Anchor Away at B and Adams. Like Anchor Inn and Anchor Away on Facebook for specials. Anchor Inn and Anchor Away, authentically delicious in downtown Hutchinson.
HKFM.
Well, Buhler will be in their home black uniforms tonight. Black pants, black tops, white numerals, black helmets with white trim. It'll be the white unis, white pants, white tops, red numbers, and red helmets trimmed in white for the El Dorado Wildcats. And just like tonight's teams on the field, Oneida Cleaners can help you look like a winner. It's where to take your clothes. Senior night a week from tonight, and Buhler will be home against the Winfield Vikings, and then the final game of the regular season 2 weeks from tonight on the road at McPherson. Our Captains for each team are headed toward midfield. Coverage of Crusader football brought to you by NNF Insurance, by Community National Bank and Trust, Pleasant View Home, by the Hutchinson Zoo, and by Scooters Coffee. Let's send you down to midfield for tonight's opening instructions.
All right, guys, I've got a Greater Wichita Officials Association coin here, okay? I have a Greater Wichita Officials as heads and tails as Keisha logo. What would you guys like? I heard tails. We'll go from there and let it hit the ground. And it's heads. You guys have won the toss. You want to defer your choice. You guys want the ball. Which way would you guys like to kick or defend? Okay, so I need you guys to switch, please.
All right, guys, Buhler's won the toss. They will defer. They will defend, as is typical, the south end zone.
All right. So El Dorado will start the game with the ball. Christopher, let's talk about some keys to the game.
All right, I think number 3 tonight, improving the passing game. That's something that Buhler's going to have a golden opportunity to try to have a very efficient and effective night. But if they're going to throw the ball, they've got to do it here early. Number 2, no turnovers. We're -3 on the season. Tonight would be a golden opportunity to try to get us back to the big even or even on the red side. And then number 1, play to your level. No dumb penalties. Don't play down. El Dorado is a team that's massively struggling this year. So you've got to find your own intensity on a night like tonight and make sure you have that good, crisp, clean game against an opponent that's overmatched.
Okay, tonight's Heartland Wealth Strategy starting lineups. Buhler's 4-3 defense giving up 24.6 points a game. They forced 10 turnovers. Defensive line, Lane Burkhardt, Jacob Burklow, Noah Hayes, and Jax Pratt. Linebackers, Asher McConaughey, Jackson Rumbaugh, Max Harmony. And the secondary, the safeties, Jacob Miller, Dylan Skripsik. Lana Martinez leads the team with 3 INTs. And Garrett Gleason. El Dorado. Daniel Bolin is their junior quarterback, 6'2", 168. He is a returning starter from a year ago. He will run. So they'll have to account for that. A running quarterback tonight. Peyton White, DJ Mitchell in the backfield. Receivers include Leon Williams and Kingston Klein, along with Britton Westcott. Very young, very small offensive line, including Chaz Mullins at right tackle, just a freshman, 6'1", 175. And so he'll have his work cut out for him tonight. Set to go with Crusader football. Hope you enjoy it. From Crusader Stadium, a fantastic night as the sun sets in front of us. Here in West, Chris Shank, Matt Atherton from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. There is Nathan Wells to kick off from his own 40 toward the north end zone. Wildcats have 2 return men back inside the 10, and we are underway. Well, just kidding. Whistles come out before Wells got that kickoff.
The clock was not ready. The clock was still counting down. They had not turned the clock over, so they're going to do this again.
That was a fast first quarter.
I think a lot of people would be okay with that.
So they'll get the clock set to 12 minutes. And Nathan Wells will reset at the 40. Pretty cool tonight as the freshmen are suited up and along the sideline for the first time this season. And there's the whistle, and we are underway with Crusader football on KWHK. Hutchinson, end-over-end kick. It's going to bounce. The El Dorado return man didn't pick it up, thought it was going to go in the end zone. He's going to be tackled back inside the 5. Let's see where they mark him down at about the 2. That's about as strange as opening play as you'll ever see.
No kidding. I mean, he thought it was going to roll into the end zone, so he was being smart trying to let it, because the instant it breaks the plane in high school football, it's an automatic touchback. But the ball just happened to die.
He checked up.
And then he was kind of like, what do I do? Which all of that delay allowed the Buhler kick team to get down there, and the officials kind of mercifully did not call a safety, let them get forward progress
He's
out.
Very fortunate that he did not get tackled in the end zone.
Yes.
So El Dorado will start with their offense from their own 2, 1st and 10. And Bolin will start out of the guns. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Quarterback wants to throw in the end zone, complete to the slot receiver on the far side. That is Peyton White. And forward progress of 3 yards up to the 5-yard line. And boy, those plays like that where you're throwing to a guy in your own end zone, a little dicey.
Incredibly dangerous because it was just a little screen pass, wide receiver screen over on the far side. The receiver actually caught the ball about 3 yards deep in the end zone, but was able to escape.
Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. 11:25 to go. First quarter, no score. Buhler will stay out of the gun, running back to his right. 2 receivers to the left this time. Pressure up the middle, gets rid of it to the slot receiver on the near side. He's going to be swallowed up for no gain. That is Britton Westcott at the 5-yard line. Ballin is 2 for 2, but in 2 plays, El Dorado's only mustered 3 yards. It's 3rd down.
And there's an injured Wildcat on the play after Jacob Miller and Garrett Gleason made the tackle.
Well, I had a chance to visit a little bit with Coach Adelhart this week, and obviously dealing with some injuries already. And then the youth on this team, they have just 1 senior on this roster.
That is crazy for a 4A high school to have that few of seniors.
I believe it was the receiver Westcott who caught the ball, who was shaken up on the play net.
Yeah, it was. I think he just got rolled. As he got rolled over, the ball was up under him. I think it probably just knocked the air out of him a little bit. He's popped up. He's jogging off. Seems to be okay.
Well, you look at the number of sophomores and freshmen on this roster. Majority of their starters on both sides of the ball are sophomores. So 3rd down, and we'll call it 7 coming up. The first down stick up at about the 13-yard line. El Dorado going right to left here in the opening quarter of play. They have not scored a point this season. Ballin will work out of the shotgun. 2 receivers right, single receiver to the left side. They'll keep the back in the backfield. Throw over the middle is caught and then dropped. Incomplete. Looking for DJ Mitchell, the tight end on the far side. Had a catch, maybe had some yards after the catch, but he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, great job. Noah Hayes was right there, and I think he heard footsteps, kind of a little bit worried about getting popped after he made the catch.
So the Wildcats will now be forced to punt from their own end zone. This will be Skylar Dimmel, who is medium depth in the end zone to kick this away. Gleason and Martinez back to return. It'll be Landon Martinez from the 30. Sidesteps to a tackler, 25-20, 15. Still on his feet inside the 10. Man, is he fun to watch run. Still on his feet and finally driven out of bounds right around the 7-yard line.
Yeah, he eventually was run out of bounds by DJ Mitchell. But, yeah, as a return guy, you guys know if you're catching the ball on a punt at near your 40-yard line, you're kind of
Miller at a wing back to the right. They'll put Miller in motion right to left across the formation. Here's Ben Klaus, the tailback on the ground at the 5-yard line, still on his feet, diving forward near the goal line, and they signal touchdown, Crusaders. So after a great return by Lana Martinez, 1 play, and Klaus to the house. The score for 6 and his 11th rushing touchdown this season.
Yeah, great job by Klaus, just following his blocks downfield and just keeping the legs churning. It looked like he was maybe going to get stopped near the 4-yard line, but he kept barreling through would-be tacklers to get the first score of the night.
Well, Ben Klaus coming in, averaging 8.2 yards a carry. Chance to go over 1,000 tonight as the extra point is up and good. And he right on 8 yards on that touchdown run. Buhler leads at 7-0. Crusader football from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth on HKFM.
This is Darren Eddy with Act 360 Insurance in Inman. For years, we've been known for our great service with our ag customers. But did you know we can handle your family or small business insurance needs as well? We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about what we can do for you. As an independent agency, we can shop different coverage options for you. Stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman or give Cody Morris or myself a call today at 620-585-2128 or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
Livestock nutrition, pet food to feed and see. Grain storage and the pet supplies, tires and batteries, crop chemicals, fertilizers, bulk fuel and propane. Professionals to count on, we can help you sell that grain. One Stop does it all, CPC is who you call, where full value is always guaranteed. You get today's technology and yesterday's values. Call your Central Prairie Co-op team.
HKFM.
Buhler to kick off after the 1-play score, an 8-yard touchdown run by Ben Klaus. Here's a return across the 15 and then driven back for El Dorado. And they'll mark forward progress, I think, across the 15, up at about the 16-yard line.
Special teams tackle made there by Garrett Gleason, the sophomore sensation in the secondary. So El Dorado now with the best field position they've had this entire game, which isn't saying much. They're at the 16.
Football sitting right between the 16 and 17-yard line on the far side hash. El Dorado going right to left. 10-12 to play here in this opening quarter. 7-0 Crusaders. Quarterback Bolin out of the gun. They'll put the receiver in motion. That is Westcott. And a handoff here on first down, and just nothing there as the Black Knights swallow up that play. And a loss of yardage. It'll be second down and long.
Big Lane Burkhart in on that stop, as well as Jax Pratt, the DNs meeting at the running back there.
There's actually a little screen pass that hit Westcott right in the hands. He just dropped it. It was so tight, though, really hard to tell what's going on.
They bunch a lot of their formations right around the line of scrimmage out of the gun here on second down. So it'll be 2nd and 10. And Bolin wanting to scramble, nowhere to go. He will be swallowed up and sacked back at the 15-yard line. The keeper by Bolin goes for a loss of about 2.
There's about 5 black hats surrounding him. Leading the charge for Buhler was the defensive tackle in there, Jacob Burlow.
Burlow then be his first sack of the season. So it'll be 3rd down and long back at the 15-yard line. First down stick. They've got to get up about the 27. Out of the gun. Throw over the middle is caught. And there's a first down. As Williams caught the ball, crossing over the middle, broke out of a tackle. And El Dorado's first down of the game comes up at the 31-yard line. Nice yards after the catch by Williams.
Yeah, that time it was Kingston Reyes in on the stop. Kingston seeing some earlier action than we're used to seeing him, as he's one of the high safeties along with Jacob Miller.
Well, you always got to be prepared as a receiver crossing over the middle to get hit when you catch the ball, but Williams did a nice job of breaking out of contact there.
No doubt. And that quick slant, that's the way that they're going to be able to move the ball, is just those getting the ball out quick type plays.
1st and 10 up at the 31. They'll hand it off on the ground, and stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Hunter Conrad, a 6'1 sophomore. And he is stopped for no gain, maybe a loss of about a half a yard on the play.
And that was the Mike linebacker, Jackson Rumbaugh, that came up and filled the hole that time, hitting him right at the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 now for El Dorado.
Well, the way the season has gone for El Dorado, a first down on a particular play has to feel like a win. Clock running, 8:20 to go here in the first quarter. 2nd down and 10 from the 31. El Dorado, 2 receivers split wide to the left. Single receiver bunched to the right side. And a pump fake. Throw down the sideline to Williams. It hits him in the hands. He had Lana Martinez right on top of him. And Williams couldn't come down with the ball in bounds. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd down.
Great position that time by Lana Martinez as he was positioned inside leverage of that wideout, able to be there step for step and be able to bat the ball harmlessly away right as it tried to reach its intended target.
One thing in talking with the coaches and watching film this week, they do have some athletic receivers to Williams. He's a good size, 5'10", 140. He's got good speed.
No doubt.
So 3rd down and 10 at the 31. See if the Black Knights can get off the field here. Daniel Bolin out of the gun. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Quick throw over the middle is almost picked off.
Yeah, Max Harmony nearly got the pick that time as they just tried a little hook route right in the middle of the field. Great reaction that time by the linebacker Harmony.
Harmony was licking his chops there, looking for his first INT of the season, but collided with a receiver and the ball falls incomplete. It'll be 4th down, and El Dorado will be forced to punt the ball away yet again. And boy, that kick's going to go nowhere. Wobbly kick that lands at the El Dorado 45 and then skids out of bounds on the Buhler sideline. That almost looked like somebody got a hand on it. It just went sideways immediately.
Yeah, it looked like, and I hate to say it, he shanked at that time, just hit it over here along the near sideline, and yeah, it really, and you think about it, the punter is a very important role for El Dorado. So we were lucky that time that they didn't get a good one off.
So 1st and 10 from the El Dorado 46. Buhler in their second drive, going left to right. Zachary's going to be out of the gun here. Trips to the left side, including White in the slot. Ben Klaus stays in the backfield. A good protection. Asher rolling to his left, and he finds Jacob Miller, receiver on the far side of the field, and a first National Bank first down up across the 35, right out at the 35-yard line. Nice throw and catch there from Zachary to Miller.
Yeah, and they've been able to gin up a little offense there on first down. Good to see Buhler throwing on first down. Like we said, we're going to have to throw early in this game because it's probably going to be out of hand pretty early.
Catch number 6 on the season for Jacob Miller. It'll be 1st and 10 Crusaders, left to right, far side hash mark, play action. Asher rolling to his right this time, and he hits McConaughey up the sideline at the 20, 15, 10, and then shoved out of bounds. It's going to be 1st and goal. Crusaders, another nice catch and throw, and McConaughey with some yards after to set up the 1st and goal.
And a great downfield block thrown that time by Jacob Miller. Good teams block for each other downfield, and Jacob with a well-timed block to help Asher get a few more yards.
Well, that's how you want things to go for Asher Zachary. Help him build some confidence. And what was a tough week last week, 27 yards on that pass. High snap this time. Asher pulls it down, hands off to Klaus on an inside run, and he stumbles his way back into the end zone for 6 more. Ben Klaus with a touchdown, Crusaders.
Well, Ben Klaus having a very efficient night tonight as what? Matt, that's his second carry or third carry?
Second.
2 touches, 2 touchdowns.
Yes, yeah, that's pretty dang efficient, but great job blocking downfield. You can see it down there really well, Matt. He is getting to the second level before he's getting a hand put on.
Yeah, and I think he could have bounced that outside both times. Instead, to stick it up inside and so effective in that spot behind the blockers.
Fletcher Westfall, who's been injured, is back with the extra point. That is Westfall who boots it through. And Buhler leads 14-0. 7:30 to go in the first. At Samuel's broadcast booth, this is coverage of Crusader football on HKFM.
A few miles out of the city, life moves out of the ordinary. Since first opening their doors in 1965, Neufeld's Flooring has offered one-of-a-kind flooring and accessories that perfectly pull your project together. That long-standing tradition continues today. Regardless of budget, Neufeld's Flooring can help turn your dreams into realities. Visit their showroom at 110 West 2nd and Buhler and find Neufeld's Flooring online at neufelds.com.
Got hail damage? Let Hutch Auto Body take it from here. Hutch Auto Body makes it easy with expert paintless dent repair, backed by a lifetime warranty. Locally owned, community focused, and committed to giving you first-class service from start to finish. When storms roll through, count on the shop that's here long after they're gone. Hutch Auto Body in downtown Hutchinson, where quality, service, and community come first.
HKFM.
Big return for Hunter Conrad on that kick by Nathan Wells after the touchdown. He found some space in the Buhler sideline and gets it all the way up to the 41. That's a nice return.
Yeah, touchdown saving tackle made by Asher McConaughey. Buhler got caught with too many people kind of getting upfield too far, and nice return there from El Dorado as they have their best field position of the night now.
From their own 40, 1st and 10, 14-0 Buhler. Ben Klaus, 2 touches, 2 touchdowns, both 8-yard runs. There's Bolin out of the shotgun. They put a receiver in motion. That is Westcott. Bolin looking to the right, and he's going to be hit and wrapped up for a second sack of the night. Back at the 34-yard line, hit by Jax Pratt.
Yeah, big sack there by Jax Pratt, as it looked like Bolin was maybe going to have some time to deliver a dart, but then Pratt got free and did a great job of staying low, wrapping him, and dropping him for that big quarterback sack.
Ends up with a loss of 7 back at the 33. It'll be 2nd down and long. Jax Pratt with his 3rd sack of the season, the 6'2", 195-pound junior. So 2nd down and long. They're going to bunch two receivers to the right side, one split far to the right. They're going to hand it off here on a far side run to the El Dorado sideline. Some good speed showed by Peyton White, pursued to the edge and driven out of bounds. I think he looks like he got the lost yardage back, not quite. Picked up about 6, looking at a 3rd and 11.
And he broke through 2 tackles. Jacob Miller thankfully was able to finally drive him out of bounds. But this El Dorado team, for how rough of a season it's been, they're showing some fight here in this first quarter.
So 3rd down and 11 after that run by White, his first of the night. Junior tailback. Receiver in motion right to left. Rolling out of the gun to throw. Throws near side. It's dropped. Incomplete. Intended for Westcott, who had gotten himself open, but Boland's throw was a little bit low that time.
Yeah, and I think that time when you're a receiver from El Dorado, worried about some of those Buhler D-backs coming up and hitting you with some force, and that time dropped the football right where he got hit by a Buhler defender.
Yeah, Jacob was coming.
I'd be worried about where Jacob Miller
coming with bad intentions.
Oh, absolutely.
Low snap on the punt. They'll get it away. It's going to be taken by Gleason. Returnable at the 40, 45. And slung out of bounds. That's a horse collar near midfield. That's going to add on to the end of that run.
Yeah, Maddox Soper that time. Gleason going right by him. Soper's only chance of trying to stop him was grabbing him and horse collaring him out of bounds. So that's going to tack on some yardage there at the end of the run.
First penalty flag we've seen thrown tonight by the officials, and we've got a Wildcat down over on the far side at the Buhler 48-yard line. So a horse-collared penalty will add to the end of that play, but we have a Wildcat down on the field. Let's take a timeout here. Injury timeout. Step aside. Come back right after this on HKFM.
It's back. Mennonite Friendship Community's Evening at the Birch. Make sure to mark your calendar now for Tuesday, October 28th. This fun-filled evening will feature Larry Hatteberg of Hatteberg's People and will also include a delicious meal, music, and a silent auction full of treasures. Proceeds go to the renovation of our South Wing. For more information or to get your tickets, check out mennofriend.com or call Susan Nicely. Mennonite Friendship Communities, enhancing the quality of life.
HKFM.
Well, looks like they have the injured Wildcat doing some stretching activities over on the far side, and I think that is the second time in the game that it's been written Westcott.
It is.
He's having a tough night. That penalty yardage interval will start at the El Dorado 33. Their worst starting field position in 3 drives has been the opponent's 46-yard line.
Yeah, it has been fantastic field position for Buhler this evening.
Most of the game has been played on the north half of the field. Doc's looking in the abdominal area, or?
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to stretch out that rib cage area. Remember when he got tackled earlier in the game, he fell over on the ball. I thought it just knocked the wind out of him, but he had taken a pretty good shot to the ribs earlier, and that's certainly what he seems to be struggling with. I'm not sure El Dorado sent a trainer out with him, so I think Doc Lackey may be covering both sidelines this evening.
Well, it's good to see that young man get up and walk to the sideline. Hope that he's okay. First down and 10 for Buhler at the 33. This will start their 3rd series. They're 2 for 2 on drives. They've only run 4 total plays and 2 touchdowns so far. Asher out of the gun. 4 wide receiver look. Trips to the left. Klaus in the backfield on Zachary's left hip. Asher to throw. And hits Jacob Miller right in the hands at the 25. And Miller stumbles his way forward for a First National Bank first down, taking a couple of Wildcats with him up to the 22-yard line.
Some nice yak that time by Jacob Miller, yards after completion. He caught that ball in some very heavy traffic and then kind of chopped his way up the field to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good for Asher Zachary. He's 3 for 3 so far. So first and 10. They stay with a spread look. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Asher out of the gun. And Klaus to his right on first and 10. Zachary rolling near side. And in and out of the hands that time of Landon Martinez at the 15. Throw just a touch low and incomplete.
Yeah, there's a defender draped all over Martinez that time. You know, if he had been able to catch it, it probably would have only been about a 2-yard pickup.
So bring up a second down and 10. 5:51 here to go in the first quarter. 14-0 Crusaders. Ironically for them, run the ball much so far. They've been working on that passing game.
Yeah, well, and I understand what Coach Warner's doing, because if you get up too many scores on somebody and you're throwing the ball, it kind of goes against the football code of ethics. So if Buhler's going to throw, they got to throw it here early.
Hand off to Klaus out of the eye here on second down and 10. Ben's going to get across the 20 up to the 19-yard line. This will be Buhler's first third down try of the night. Let's see, we need to get past the 13 for a first down.
Yeah, they're bringing in a couple of tight ends right here.
I'm on third down this season. Buhler just 33%. They've had a tough time converting. So McConaughey and Miller both lined up at a wing to the right. They're going to hand it off to the opposite side. They overload one side. Here goes Ben Klaus. He will walk back into the end zone. They overload the right side. They hand it off to Ben to the left. And he finds pay dirt. Nobody in front of him. Touchdown, Crusaders.
Yeah, Klaus didn't have a hand put on him until right at the goal line. One of the El Dorado defenders was able to run him down from behind and wrap him up. But so far, Ben Klaus tonight blocking up front, doing a really nice job. And Ben Klaus is off to a great start, as are the Crusaders.
So we'll try the extra point out of the hole to Bryson McCurdy. This will be Nathan Wells this time to punch it through. 5:06 to play, still first quarter. 21-0 Crusaders from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth on HKFM.
Rise and shine, it's daylight time, and time to go to your happy place. Fall is such a beautiful time of year with spectacular colors and flavors. Come in and enjoy a pine cone, bear claw, or cinnamon roll, or how about one of our seasonal favorites, homemade pumpkin spice and apple spice, made with fresh pumpkin and apple. And let's not forget those crispy apple fritters. All your fall favorites are here now at your Hutchinson Daylight Donuts, 1435 East 30th and 3rd and Main in Hutchinson.
HKFM.
5:06 here to play in the first quarter. 21-0 Crusaders. Coverage of Crusader football brought to you by Heartland Wealth Strategies. By Dix Phillips 66. Hutchinson Regional Medical by The Hub. And by Agri Center. Nathan Wells to kick off from the 40-yard line. Line drive kick taken back at the 5. Far side return. And across the 20 and then pushed back.
Good special teams tackle there. We'll try to get some of those numbers off the bottom of the pile. Jax Pratt, one of the leading Black Hats out there for Buhler.
That was Nellion Williams on the return. Nellion, Nellion. Mark it down at the 23. It'll be first and 10 from there. So El Dorado has punted each time they've had the ball tonight. They've not made it across midfield. 4:59 here to go in the first. From their own 23, first and 10. They'll put it on the ground. Far side run.
Oh, flag out.
And a flag out at the end of the play.
Late hit, maybe.
I think it was a horse collar tackle. Yeah.
On the season, El Dorado passing more than they run. 54% pass, 46% run. They interchange personnel quite a bit. And so Buhler's first penalty. We'll add some yardage onto this play here. It's going to move the ball up across the 35 to the 36 with the horse collar. So each team with a horse collar penalty. First and 10 Wildcats at the 23, just their second first down of the game. They had one on their previous drive before they punted away. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Pulling out of the gun, running back to his left. Wants to throw over the middle. Williams trying to catch it high. He was popped by Jacob Buhler. And I guarantee you he felt that incomplete. It'll be second down.
Yeah, Jacob Miller timed it perfectly to just be physical and hit him right as the ball was delivered. Nice play made by the senior safety.
I'm not going back in there again.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Well, that is the thing, is Jacob Miller gets more comfortable at that free safety spot. He could really make some guys pay for catching the ball.
Yep, and he's big enough that he can deliver blows. He's quick enough, and just a guy that if you're a receiver, you don't want to be hit by Jacob.
Low snap taken by Bolin, throws it quickly. Little crossing route on the near side, and it turns into big yardage. Nice toss to Colby Cooper. That's a freshman.
Wow.
Who gets it up into Buhler territory for the first time tonight and up near the 40-yard line.
Max Harmony was the defender that made the tackle for Buhler, and good block thrown here on the near side by Nelion Williams to kind of help spring him for a bigger run.
It'd be interesting to go back and look at that on film. It sure looked like a pick.
Oh,
how did that ball come out?
100%.
19 yards on the play. You saw the two receivers crossing each other on the near side of the catch by Williams up to the 45. First and 10. Two receivers right. And they go out of the eye. Offset this time. Bolin to throw, and he's not going to get the ball away because Jax Pratt's going to get his second sack of the night, driving the El Dorado quarterback back into Wildcat territory at the 46.
Great sack there by Pratt. I was a little bit worried. He was a little bit high on the tackle. Glad he didn't grab face mask or get the horse collar there, but good aggressive move there by Jax Pratt. Like you said, his second sack of the night.
Well, that'll set up a 2nd and 19, a loss of 9 yards on the play by the quarterback Bolin on the sack. So 2nd down and long. Running back on this play is Mitchell to the left of Bolin. He'll throw over the middle. They cross receivers again. Does have the look of one receiver trying to set a pick for the other, doesn't it?
Yeah, on that play, however, the ball was out. There was no contact. The block was certainly after the reception, but yes, they're trying to do anything they can to create space in the flat to try to get outside leverage on the defenders.
Cameron Fullerton was the receiver that time. He gets back into Buhler territory at the 48. It's going to be 3rd down and 13. Two receivers to the right, flag out at the snap. And that's going to be, I think, on the defense. So 5-yard penalty, encroachment on Buhler's defense. Second penalty on the Crusaders tonight. Just trying to anticipate that snap. Make it a more manageable 3rd down and about 8 up at the 43-yard line for the El Dorado Wildcats. From the near side hash mark, going right to left. So 3rd down and 8. El Dorado, this is as far as they pushed it into Buhler territory tonight. Two backs stacked. Behind the quarterback out of the gun here. Two receivers left. They'll throw. It is caught. And back across the formation, close to a 1st down. That is Peyton White, who came out of the backfield, caught the ball on the Buhler side, went all the way across the formation to the El Dorado side of the field, and just did get a 1st down.
So El Dorado with some momentum here as they are moving the football and doing it through the air here in this possession.
Up at the 34-yard line. I'll give Coach Adelhart some credit. He's been very creative on this drive.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of things to try to get the receivers free. You know, trying to get guys set up with picks, everything they possibly can do. And the other thing, too, they're doing a good job of getting the ball out quickly.
I was just going to say, get ready to say that there's not a lot of time that Bolin's got the ball. He's getting rid of it fast.
1st and 10 at the 34. Low snap. Bolin scrambling to his left. In trouble, gets to the edge and then pushed out of bounds.
Flag out.
Well, he goes tumbling out of bounds on the Buhler sideline. And there's a holding. And Maddox Dover just had to get rid of the ball because he was swallowed up for a loss of about 10 yards there. Dangerous thing about that is when you just heave it, it could get picked.
Yes. But so Burr knew if he got tackled, it was going to be a sack. And so, luckily for El Dorado's sake, he kicked it or threw it to where there wasn't anybody at.
First time we've seen Soper in the backfield tonight, a junior at 5'6", 185. Supposed to be a halfback toss, but like Knights pressure and blew up that play. It'll be second down and 20. From the near side hash mark, Buhler out of the gun, running back to his right. The receiver in motion across the formation, sweeping. Jackson Remsburg. Bolin had to pick him up off the turf. And a nice run by Daniel as he gets across the 40 up to the Buhler 38-yard line to set up about a 3rd and 14. Noah Hayes, one of the
when the quarterback's rolling to the right, they can get slippery and get out of your hands. But Burkhart just grabbed him and chucked him to the ground, and that ends the first quarter.
So quarter number 1 comes to an end. A 4th down and long coming up for El Dorado. 21-0 Crusaders from the Los Angeles broadcast with KWHK.
Even trying to enjoy a fun event can be difficult after the loss of a loved one. Unanswered questions, feelings of stress. I bring over 25 years of experience bringing comfort and empathy during time of loss. Rely on me to guide you through.
This message brought to you by your friends at Red Rock Auto Center in South Hutchinson. Our community reflects who we are. Maybe you've thought about volunteering, serving on a board, becoming a mentor, or even running for public office. Make today the day you have a bigger impact on the community around you. Auto Center in Hutchinson, or visit us at Red Rock Auto.
It's going to be a 4th down and long for El Dorado from the line. They're going to go for it. Bolin pump fakes, throws one-on-one coverage, looking for Williams, bobbled it, and then it was through his hands, almost picked off by a couple of different Crusaders. Jacob Miller was there, and a couple of others. McConaughey, dangerous throw, almost got it. It's going to end up with a throw run down. Wow. Start. Territory tonight. Their own 46, 1st and 10. Asher out. Sack. He's got Martinez in the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Crusaders.
Anytime Landon Martinez has an opportunity to make a play on the football, great things happen. That time he outran the coverage of Nellion Williams. And even though Williams tried to make a play to even try to attempt to tackle, he wasn't even able to get within earshot. And Martinez takes it in by air for his first score of the night.
A long sustained drive where they ran a bunch of plays, couldn't do anything with it, and Buhler pops him on one play.
54 yards on the catch. Landon Martinez with his 4th touchdown reception of the season. This is Fletcher Westfall who hits the upright and then it bounces in.
So happy for Fletcher. I don't know if you know Aaron, but lost his in a car wreck, tragically, earlier this fall. So good to see Fletcher back playing football and.
Podcast booth at HKFM.
A voice of Crusader football and basketball. I am honored to support Crusader athletics and academics. As your full-service real estate agent with Align Realty of Hutchinson, I bring over 30 years of experience in appraisal and real estate, ready to assist you with all of your real estate needs, finding homes for buyers and buyers for homes since 2013. Call or text me, Lyle Gertzen. 99
HKFM.
Scored every time in the game. Their shortest drive of the night, well, twice on one play. They have scored. And now Nathan Wells will get set to kick off. 11:43 to go here in half number one. And a nice kick by Wells. It's going to drive the return man for El Dorado back inside the 4. Across the 15 to the 20, far side. Return man for the Wildcats is Trapper Conrad, a freshman. Well, we saw some good things from El Dorado's offense. It felt like on that last series they only stalled out. But reaching deep in the bag of tricks.
Yep, so as a Buhler defender out there right now, you know you got to be ready for anything. They try. They're probably going to try the football and try any trick that they can to try to get back.
First and 10. And it'll be the tailback, far side. This is White. White spelled W-I-G-H-T. And he gets a yard and driven out of bounds at the 22. So a single yard for Peyton White. Brings up a second down and 9. El Dorado brings a 24-game losing streak into tonight's contest. Not won a game since 2022. We'll look at some of the numbers. How tough a stretch it's been for this Wildcat team. First and second down and about 9. Right to left. From the 22, near side. Ball is caught by White.
Ball out.
And it's out, loose on the turf. It's going to be picked up by Jacob Miller. Ball came out after the catch by White. First turnover of the night is going to go against the El Dorado Wildcats. Buhler's going to get the ball back.
Now Buhler's just got to turn him over 2 more times to try to be even on the season on the turnover margin. Great heads-up play made there by the senior.
To go here in the second quarter from the El Dorado 31. El Dorado, you go back the last 24 years. They had just one winning season. That came in 2020. They won a playoff game over Winfield in the COVID-shortened year. First and 10 at the 31-yard line. Out of the eye. Play action. Asher rolling to his right. Let's go downfield. It's caught by White and out of bounds near the 15-yard line. First catch of the night. First catch of the season for White on the far side for the Crusaders.
And Eli White, one of those seniors that has stuck with the program and, hung around, done a great job, played a lot of special teams over the years, getting his first catch of the year. Good to see that young man.
Up at the 18-yard line, a First National Bank first down. The first is first for you. First and 10 Crusaders at the 18-yard line. 2 receivers left. Out of the offset eye here. Asher under center. He'll take the snap. Hands it off. This is Klaus. He'll be chased down from behind. And they'll mark him down at the 11-yard line after a gain of 7. The line up front for the Crusaders, Jackson Rumbaugh and Logan Turner, the tackles, John Aldrich and Nixon Stanley at guard. And Gabe Edmond, the center. They are hopeful of getting Colby McCarty back here in the next couple of weeks.
That'd be a big boost for Buhler, getting some more depth back there on the line.
Second down and 2, clock running, 10:38 to go in the first half. Single receivers either side, back in the eye, inside handoff to Klaus. And he's going to be stood up near the 10-yard line, so he'll not get the first down. Needed 2 yards, only got 1. And we're looking at a third down and a yard to go to gain a first and goal. I would imagine even if they did not get a first down here, they'd go for it on fourth down. Coach might entertain giving his field goal unit some experience. Nathan Wells 1 for 2 this year at field goal tries. 2 tight ends here on third down and 1. Here is Klaus, untouched to the 5, drags a Wildcat back to the house. Touchdown, Ben Klaus. Crusaders still perfect on drives tonight.
Yep, there has not been an empty possession. Great run that time by Ben Klaus. That time El Dorado put up a fight as Buhler had to convert on third down, but able to get to the left edge and then just knifes his way across the goal line, gets tackled at the goal line after he breaks the plane.
There's 4 touchdowns for Ben tonight. Nathan Wells out of the hold of McCurdy at the 10 with a kick. And it is up and good. 9:44 left before halftime here on homecoming night. And Buhler leads it 35-0. The Allen Samuels broadcast booth on HKFM.
This is Annette with Annette KF Insurance. Inflation is hitting us hard, so it's a good time to review the cost and coverage of your auto and homeowners insurance. They represent Goodwill Mutual and several other fine companies. Stop by Annette F. Insurance in Hutchinson at 2500 North Main, Suite E, or call 620-662-4900.
1947. It was the year the McKenzie Paint and Body Shop opened for business. That's over 70 years they've been serving the mid-Kansas area with quality workmanship, excellent refinishing, paint, and restoration. McKenzie Paint and Body Shop specializes in foreign and domestic vehicles. Insurance claims are welcome and 24-hour towing and recovery service is available. At McKenzie Paint and Body Shop, they take the dents out of accidents. Just over the bridge at 45 Kansas Avenue in South Hutchinson.
HKFM.
Well, here's El Dorado on the kick return from the 5. So El Dorado, 9:36 to go in the first half from their own 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle with 15 on the play clock. They work out of the gun. 2 receivers right, single receiver to the far side. And a late
that time by the Buhler defense as El Dorado tried to get to the edge that time on the short side of the field, but Buhler closed the door quickly.
One thing El Dorado's done a good job of is that short passing game, getting the ball out when they're able to not break containment and get their quarterback.
I just wondered if it was like a draw play. They sent all of the receivers were on go routes. Wondered if they were just going to try to run it up inside because there was no time and there was nothing there.
Yeah, Burklow did a great job of just hitting him right away here off the near edge. Noah Hayes was lined up as a D end and was bearing down on him quickly.
So I'll make it 3rd and 15. 8:17 to go here in the second. They're going to put 2 backs bracketing the quarterback. And he's being pursued again. Jax Pratt's going to end up ultimately getting there. And another quarterback sack.
Well, this El Dorado drive, Aaron, is going the right direction for Buhler, wrong direction for El Dorado.
That'll push Bolin and the Wildcats back to the 11-yard line for another 4th down. And Skylar Dimmel's going to have to punt from his own end zone again. Dimmel's kick goes straight up in the air and takes a beautiful hit at the 25. Boy,
wow.
Somebody from El Dorado's got to stop that. They just kept rolling.
Yes, that punt, I think, netted 4 yards, Matt?
Yeah, and it landed, and the El Dorado players kind of backed away from it, kind of inexplicably.
Yeah.
Just go fall on it.
And it's just kept rolling.
He put some backspin on it like a golf shot, except it was backspinning.
Yeah.
The wrong direction for El Dorado.
And you may notice he's not standing as deep as a puncher would normally stand. I'm not sure they're real confident in that long snap. He's just trying to get it off of his foot so fast.
From the El Dorado 1st and 10, trips to the right side. Asher wants to throw. He's got a man open. That is Jacob Miller. And right back into the end zone. Jacob Miller on the catch and run. Another touchdown, Crusaders. Jacob Miller with his first receiving touchdown this season.
A great job, Asher. Zachary threw a great ball that time out there. Good pitch and catch for Buhler to get yet another score this evening.
This is one of those nights where you've got 41 points on the board, but you're like,
there's not going to be a ton of yardage.
We might have more points than yards.
Yeah. A lot of short drives for Buhler this evening, but we'll take.
This will be Westfall again from the 10. And he will knock it through. Still 7:18 to go in the second quarter. It's now 42-0 Buhler. From the Allen Samuels broadcast booth on HKFM.
Prairie Star Health Center, we're here for you and your family, providing comprehensive healthcare services under one roof. Whether you need medical, dental, vision, mental health, women's health, or pediatric care, we've got you covered. Our dedicated team offers compassionate care to everyone, insured or uninsured. We understand healthcare can be overwhelming, which is why we strive to make your visit comfortable and stress-free. Visit Prairie Star Health Center today. Learn more about how we can help at prairiestarhealth.org.
HKFM.
Coverage of Crusader football here tonight. Brought to you in part by First National Bank, by Rise Up Reno, by the Cleaners, by Holly Sweet Treats, and by Apple Lane Animal Hospital. Join us every Monday night at 6:30. We're live from AJ Sports Grill inside the alley. They've got the big screen on for Monday Night Football and the big pizza, the 29-inch Super Dome pizza.
Biggest pizza in town, right, Aaron?
Oh, it's fantastic. 6:30, Crusader Coaches Show Monday night at AJ's. Wells booted away from his own 40. Low line drive kick. Takes a bounce, picked up at the 15, returned up the middle by Trapper Conrad. And El Dorado's had zero luck on offense tonight, except for that one drive where they moved it into Buhler territory.
Well, one of the things, if you're a Black Knight defender here, you can't fall asleep. You got to keep playing ball here, knowing El Dorado's going to try to stretch the field and try to make something explosive happen.
El Dorado with the ball, 7:11 to go here in the first half. From their own 29. This has been a long second quarter. They line up in the eye. And a handoff. It's slipping and falling right away. Peyton White going to his left. Black Knights around him, and he went down quickly.
Yeah, Jacob Anderson, one of the defenders right there near him, almost looked like he saw there was no light at the end of the tunnel and just kind of hit the deck.
This is 4 back to 25.
Kind of felt like when they were having success, they were getting rid of it quickly, really using that short passing play as their run play. Last two drives backwards on first down run plays.
Out of the gun, single back set, quarterback, and that's good. Another 2-yard loss as Poland is hit behind the line of scrimmage at the 23.
Guys, his helmet bounced off that turf pretty hard as Buhler was tackled right onto his back. Kind of got up, shaking his head, keep an eye on.
Third down, and we'll call it 16 here, maybe more than that. 23, about 17 to go. Low snap, throw over the middle. And that was closest man in the area was the black uniform on Max Harmony over there on the far side.
I was about to say the intended target looked like it was Max Harmony as he was right there where the receiver for El Dorado was at. Now it's 4th and long. El Dorado going to be punting away they have had kind of adventures in punting this evening. Not really any fantastic punts. Let's see if El Dorado can connect on one here.
They've had a couple of really tough ones. That last one went straight up in the air. And Dimmel just does get this one away. It's a better kick. Gleason's going to catch it at the 50. Far side return at the 40. And then tripped up, stumbles out of bounds.
Yeah, Peyton White tripped him up.
Buhler will again start in El Dorado territory with 5:40 to go here in this first half. Homecoming festivities coming up at halftime. This will be at the El Dorado 38-yard line. All right, this weekend, Crusader Sports. A huge week. Tennis regionals going on. A new school record in girls cross country. Corbin Starkweather had a big week. We'll talk about that. Out of the I formation are the Crusaders on 1st and 10. 3-step drop after hit as he throws. And Gleason's down at the 10. What a throw! What a catch! Touchdown, Crusaders!
38-yard strike that time thrown by Asher Zachary, and that ball was well thrown. Gleason was able to accelerate past the corner on the near side and take it to the house. Asher Zachary with another passing touchdown this evening.
I think Zachary and Martinez, the speed of those two as they gain experience, they're going to be tough to contain.
Yeah, Buhler's got not just one but two speed merchants out there at the receiving corps.
Wells with a PAT from the 10. He stays. In the first half.
An empty possession, that's always a fantastic stat in football.
7-4-7. And they will kick away here again. Caught inside the 5. And returned across the 15. Hunter Conrad this time.
Nate Nugent in on the special teams tackle for Buhler.
After the 20-yard line.
Going to mark down this at the 19. Of course, El Dorado, part of the controversial game in week 1. I know you can look at it a lot of different ways. Andale scores 104 points. There's some people that get pretty upset at that right away.
Well, I think the key thing is you kind of look at what happened. El Dorado wasn't playing their stars in the second half. They weren't calling timeouts. They weren't throwing the football.
There's an interception picked off on the throw. It's Gleason who just got the touchdown. 10-5, and he wants another one to the goal line. And I think they're going to mark him out short on a flag at the end of the play.
The official behind him signaled touchdown. The official on the goal line signaled that he was short.
Yeah, Jarrett took an absolute wallop at the end of that run. Like a real shot right as he crossed the goal line.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness against the offense. 15-yard penalty enforced on the kickoff.
They're going to force the penalty on the kickoff. It's we've got, is that Gleason that's down?
Yes, he got, like Matt said, he just got lit up in the end zone. It looked like it was after he scored.
I think it was right as he came across the goal line. I actually am a little surprised that the officials threw the flag. I'm not so sure that that's actually a penalty. That said, I think the violence of the hit probably is what drew that penalty. They kind of both got right to the goal line at the same time by my eyes.
When what was it we said in the pregame?
Don't get anyone hurt.
Yes, yes.
Worst thing that could happen tonight is an injury. And boy, Garrett is playing so well, playing with such confidence. Just caught that touchdown pass. And then the INT, his second of the season. And they mark him out at the 3-yard line.
Or no, they signal touchdown.
Yeah, they signal touchdown.
Yeah,
He's up, but they're trying to get him up. I got to imagine on a day like today, his day is done. But I mean, he took quite a shot.
Sorry, yes, they did signal touchdown there. And then he took a big hit after that, and he is up and walking off. Let's hope that
holding his arm.
Let's hope that he's okay. Oh my gosh.
Pretty carefully. The last thing, Coach Lackey looks like he's trying to provide a little bit of extra support to his left shoulder. Of course, that's just my speculation.
Well, we're gonna wish for the very best. Oh man.
Turned in. Could be memories. And also we have a lost child. How old are you, buddy? Well, he says he's 1, but I don't believe that.
Well, how quickly you go from elation to
His name sounds like something like Bowery or something like that, maybe? Is that right? Okay.
yeah, it definitely looks like that left arm.
So if you have a young man, probably about
Fletcher Westfall's going to come on for the PAT here.
up to the press box.
So first defensive touchdown of the night. It's 55-0. 5:13 to go in the half. Crusader football from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth on HKFM.
Have you been thinking about remodeling your home? Hi, I'm Karen at Stang Plumbing and Design. I would like to invite you to come into our showroom at 2415 North Main Street. We will take the time to build relationships and trust as we have done for over 60 years. At Stang Plumbing and Design, we truly get to know a customer's needs and wants. Stang Plumbing and Design, for us, it's not just a remodel, it's a relationship.
HKFM.
Still 5:13 to go in this first half.
Good news, ladies and gentlemen. Bradley's mom has been found.
56-0 Crusaders. They scored a series high in points in this game last year at 68. And this one with the 15-yard unsportsman penalty tacked on the kickoff, goes out of the back of the end zone. But the immediate concern is I see now Doc Lackey over talking to Coach Moore on the sideline. In the area of Garrett Gleason is if Garrett's okay.
Yeah, I almost think it might be shoulder or possibly collarbone.
Yeah, I thought shoulder. Doc Lackey had his arm pretty well immobilized as he walked off.
At the press box, the middle one.
Dorado from their own 20, 1st and 10. They've turned the ball over twice now in the half. I'm going to hand it off here. This is Conrad to the far side, 25-30. Hunter Conrad.
Max Harmony lassos him, but not after he picks up the first down.
Now down to the 29. First down for El Dorado, moves the chains.
Some different guys starting to work their way in on the see Nate Nugent out there.
We'll have to obviously make a change in the secondary with Gleason out. Kingston Reyes is in. It's actually a 2nd and 1. He didn't get the first down. Now he does a straightforward carry. I would say first down.
Another Crusader out there, Connor Vaneski in there, one of the senior big fellas. Checking also in is Karsten Seidel for Buhler.
I would be surprised if we see many of the starters in the second half. Christian 10 at the 29 after that 1 yard gain. 2 receivers right. They're going to throw to the White on the near side. It just dropped. White, the intended target here in the near flat. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Incompletion. Blake Morin checking in for Buhler as well as Tucker Schultz. Out there, Bryson McCurdy, the sophomore, seeing his first action this evening.
JV had a tough loss, 15-0. What do you think about the JV score? So many of our sophomores are playing on varsity that they're kind of depleted.
Yep.
There's a big throw over the middle and incomplete. That's going to be defensive pass interference.
Yeah, they're going to hit Hampton Faulkner with the personal or the pass interference call.
That was intended for number 9, who at the moment is nameless. It's the 3rd penalty of the night called on the Crusaders. 5th overall on both teams in the contest, up to the 45-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. 4:30 to go here in the half. 56-0. As Bolin works out of the gun, 2 receivers to the near side. Quarterback keeper around the far side. He's going to be chased out of bounds near midfield. Boy, adding to how slow the clock has moved in this game. Seems like we've had a lot of stoppages on out-of-bounds plays.
No doubt. Levi Gardner checking in as well, and with El Dorado trying to throw as much as they are, every incompletion stops the clock as well. And then just scoring. When you score a lot, it really drags out a half.
Near midfield at the 49. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Bolin out of the gun. Hands it off to his tailback. Conrad tripped up just into Buhler territory. They're going to mark this at the 49. It's a gain of 2.
Blake Morin got a piece of him that time. El Dorado obviously in 4-down territory probably for the remainder of this game unless they're inside the 20.
I don't really know if there's much point in them punting if they don't pick this up.
Yep.
Looking at a 3rd down and 5 here. Bolin out of the gun. Conrad in to his left. Bolin throws, and it is incomplete.
And having a chance to make a play on it was Kingston Reyes.
Reyes saw 6 there.
Yes.
Matches number on his jersey. And he just couldn't quite get to it.
Couldn't quite get there. Also in the vicinity was Chuck W.R. Hendricks for Buhler.
So that'll bring up a 4th down and 5 to go for the first down. El Dorado's going to keep their offense on the field. 3:44 to go here before halftime. It is 56-0. And Bolin out of the gun, wants to throw, has time. One-on-one up the near sideline. Oh, I don't think that penalty should be incomplete. And they're going to call another pass interference penalty.
2nd pass interference call on Buhler this drive.
I thought Hendricks timed that well.
Yes.
Got right there as the ball did, but the official throws the flag.
And Hendricks, a giant corner for 4A football, 6'5", 215.
Why doesn't he play basketball?
I was about to say, maybe Coach Tate can work some recruiting here.
Up at the 34. El Dorado will have a fresh set of downs here. Yeah, that was that'd be one to go back and look at the replay. Did Hendricks get there before the ball did?
Yeah, I think he got there just a little ahead of it, guys.
All right, Bolin out of the gun, 1st and 10. Throw slot receiver high and a chance to pick it. Incomplete. That was Hendricks there again with a chance to get there.
Yeah, ball got tipped up into the air by the safety, Kingston Reyes. Clock stops on the incompletion. So again, this quarter continues to drag on.
1st down and 10. I think it's 2nd and 10 at the 34. 2 backs behind the quarterback who'll throw over the middle. It is caught. White in space at the 30, getting to the edge and then driven out of bounds. Eventually, he's chased out of bounds by Kingston Reyes. And just shy about a yard of the first down near the 25-yard line.
It's going to be 3rd and short now for El Dorado.
Down to 3:24 to play.
Reyes really had to hustle to try and make the play there for Buhler.
And they're going to sneak up the middle here. A 3rd and 1. And it looks like they've, well, do they have it?
Guys, I think it's going to be a little show. Nope, they're going to give it to him.
I thought the near side official had it marked short. The far side official with a much better spot.
Yes, far more generous.
You guys know when you're reffing a game and there's a team that has had here that El Dorado's had, I think if there's anything that's a decision to be made, receivers are probably going to break the way of the Wildcats.
Yeah, you certainly give them the benefit of the doubt, right?
Yes.
At the 24, it's 1st and 10, 2:53 to go here in the half. So Buhler out of the shotgun, 2 backs behind him, 2 receivers split to the left. He'll take the snap, wants to throw over the middle, and that is White in space again, breaks out of a tackle, and then he's shoved out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
It was Carson Seidel that drove him out of bounds here on the near side. So now El Dorado with their first and goal of the night.
It's the 12th play of the drive. I don't know that Buhler's run 12 offensive plays tonight. I'd have to add them up, and they have 56 points.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it, but now the Black Knight defense, and of course we've got a lot of reserve guys out there trying to keep El Dorado from scoring their first touchdown of the year right here.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Boland takes the low snap, end-around run to the far side. He's going to take it to the end zone, and El Dorado has scored its first touchdown of the season. 2:30 to go here in the first half.
Nice run that time by Daniel Boland. It was just a quarterback bootleg to the left. He was able to beat the defensive end on the far side for Buhler. It was Tucker Schultz, and Boland just uses his legs to power across the goal line for, like we said, El Dorado's first score of the 2025 season.
Not only is that their first score, but this will be their first PAT try this year.
They're going to go for 2.
They're going to go for 2 here. Boland out of the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. They'll put a receiver in motion across the formation, left to right. Boland to throw, and it is
dropped.
Incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, the throw intended for White, incomplete. 2:30 to go here in the half. 56-6. Buhler leading from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth on HKFM.
Manufacturing facilities, warehouses, oil, fuel and water storage, grain elevators, product makers, rooftops, HVAC containment, refineries, garages, and more rely on the quality and integrity of WIFCO products. Go to WIFCOSP.com for more. WIFCO Steel Products, the experts in steel fabrication.
At Mid-Kansas Credit Union, we live by our motto, grounded in the past, growing for the future. We are a full-service credit union with offices in Mountain Ridge and Buhler. Mid-Kansas Credit Union would like to wish all the athletes the best of luck as they compete this season.
When it comes to quality athletic equipment, First Team Sports is a name you can trust. First Team has been manufacturing superior sports products since 1996. From dunk-proof basketball hoops and soccer goals to volleyball, pickleball, and tennis systems. First Team manufactures it all, even bleachers and stadium seats. Visit firstteaminc.com or stop by the showroom at 902 Corey Road in Hutchinson. First Team Sports, manufacturing superior athletic equipment.
HKFM.
56-6, 2:30 to play here in the first half. We have some confusion as to what side of the field we're supposed to be on here. Officials making the two teams switch sides.
It's been a minute since El Dorado's had a kickoff tonight. This has been their first kickoff of the night.
They've not had to do much kicking other than punting this season.
No doubt.
It's the quarterback, Buhler, who's also their kicker. And he will kick it off with 2:30 to go in the game. It's an onside, or is it? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, onside. It didn't go the 20 yards. But
and Nate Nugent's going to fall on it.
Yes, Nate Nugent's just going to take the law into his own hands and down the football. So Buhler will get fantastic field position here for this drive. Remember, we talked about that stat, Aaron. Buhler has not had an empty possession yet. Let's see if the Crusaders can keep the ball rolling.
Well, we should have a running clock in the second half, huh?
No doubt. No doubt.
So Buhler will start this drive from the El Dorado 46-yard line. They've only had one drive tonight that started on their side of the 50.
And all second string O in for Buhler now.
So Bryson McCurdy takes over at quarterback. This is the JV offense. And the fullback, Nate Nugent, gets the handoff across the 45. Going to mark it down.
2-yard gain on the play. Making the stop
At the 44, give him 2 yards.
I'll try to work some of these guys' names in. Bronx Miller brings the play in for Buhler.
Adrian Mitchell's checked in as the wideout on the far side.
1:31 here to go in the half. Second down and 9 out of the I formation. Inside 10 on the play clock as Bryson takes that snap. Inside handoff to his tailback. And forward progress up to the 43-yard line. That's Hendricks Blackburn on the carry, the sophomore JV running back.
Yeah, so going to be fun to call out some of these younger guys and reserve guys that don't get to play as much on Friday nights.
Noah Hayes checking in on offense. Blake Moore also coming in, replacing William Griffin. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Bryson's going to hand it off. This is Blackburn near side. Tough run. Forward progress to the 40 for Blackburn. And that very well could be the play of the half.
Yeah, he broke across the 40. The line to gain is clear up near the 36-yard line. So Buhler's going to have about a 4th and 4 here. But with under 20 seconds to go, they're going to let the clock run out.
Yeah, they do not have to snap the ball again. Yeah, that'll get us to halftime. A very long second quarter. Buhler leading 56-6.
Guys, I'm here with Coach. Coach, obviously an overwhelming performance by your guys in the first half. How do you keep them motivated in the second half?
Well, we're going to play everybody, so that's enough motivation. Our starters are done. Unfortunately, Garrett got hurt. Hopefully it's not too bad. We don't know what it is yet, but they'll be motivated. The young kids want to play.
Great job, Coach. Thanks. Good luck in the second half.
All right, and we will hope for good news for Garrett Gleason.
No doubt. Such a neat kid, and we hope that whatever injury befell upon him, that it won't be something that takes him out for too much of the season.
All right, halftime is here. Our Community National Bank and Trust halftime report coming up. Our This Week in Crusader Sports. We'll get other scores in our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard. And a look at our Dix Phillips 66 first half. Phillip coming up. Crusader football brought to you in part by Bank of the Plains, by Plaza Astor Realty, the Bradbury Company, by Prairie Star Health Center, and by Hutchinson Community College. Halftime next here on HKFM.
Stay tuned for the Community National Bank and Trust halftime report. Coming up, tonight's Crusader Spotlight and our Dix Phillips 66 first half fill-up. Buhler Crusader football on HKFM.
Hi, this is Lucas Sawyer, Market President with Community National Bank and Trust. Community National is a Kansas-based bank focused on our customers and growing the communities we call home. With over $2 billion in assets, 40 locations, CNB&T has the resources and technology to make your banking even more convenient than before. Stop by one of our banking centers in Stafford, Buhler, Inman, or Hutchinson today, or check out mybankcnb.com. Member FDIC, Community National Bank and Trust, your community bank.
Swimming pool season might be coming to an end, but here at Pools Plus, we don't want it to ever end. Celebrate the end of the season toy and float sale going on now. Surprise your family and friends with new outdoor furniture. 30% off all in-stock furniture and get $100 off for every $1,000 you spend. Come see your friends at Pools Plus today. Shop local, shop Pools Plus, 21 East 1st in downtown Hutchinson.
Hello fans, Monty Cross with HCU Investment Insurance Services, and as an alumni of Buhler, I am proud to sponsor Crusader Sports. HCU Investment Insurance Services is located inside Heartland Credit Union at 23rd and 7th in Hutchinson. Call me today at 620-669-0177 or 800-428-8472. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Insurance products offered through LPL Financial or its licensed affiliates.
Ocelots, eagles, and otters, oh my! Come see all the animals at the Hutchinson Zoo. Ride the train, visit the gift shop, or even have your birthday party at the Hutchinson Zoo. The zoo creates experiences for children and families to learn, engage, and conserve the natural world. Plan your visit today by checking us out at hutchinsonzoo.org. And follow Hutchinson Zoo on social media.
Looking for something to do? Check out the Hutchinson Zoo.
And we're back here at halftime tonight on Homecoming, and a look at our This Week in Crusader Sports. We'll start with cross country. Buhler competed yesterday at the Sterling Invitational and took first in varsity girls ahead of Berean Academy at Hillsboro. Corbin Starkweather broke her own school record, finishing first with a time of 18:49.8. Teammate Isabella Friesen was second at 19:33.8. Buhler then took third in the boys' race. Trinity Catholic and Pratt went first and second there. Gavin Lindahl set a new personal best, finishing first with a time of 15:41.2. The team will compete at League next Thursday at Clapp Park in Wichita. On to golf, where Buhler placed third at Tuesday's League tournament held at Cherry Oaks Golf Course. Weather conditions there shortened the event to 9 holes. McPherson and Wellington finished just ahead of Buhler in first and second. Peyton Weber recorded her best round as a Crusader, earning fourth-place honors individually with a 39. And teammate Annika Paulsrud finished sixth. 4 Buhler golfers were named to the AVCTL Division III All-League team. Weber and Paulsrud both made first-team honors, while Macy Miller and Gabriella Gillespie were named to the second team. Buhler will host one of 4 Class 4A substates at Heston Golf Course coming up on Monday. The tournament begins with a shotgun start at 9 a.m. On the tennis court, Buhler was selected to host a 4A regional competition this weekend at the Buck Balzer Tennis Complex. Competition got underway today. At press time, both Gabriella Gillespie and Sophia Spiess had advanced on to the quarterfinals in singles. On the doubles court, Emily Allen and Kylie Bradshaw were battling for a semifinal spot. Competition there will conclude tomorrow. Buhler Soccer captured a much-needed win Thursday in Towanda, blanking Circle 5-0. The Crusaders had dropped 5 of their last 6 competitions coming into Thursday's game. Goals came from Gio Walters, Reuben Harder, and Jared Miller. The Crusaders are now 6-7 with 3 games remaining in the regular season. The team will travel to El Dorado next Tuesday. Volleyball swept Collegiate and Winfield on senior night Tuesday at Jim Baker Fieldhouse. A big milestone for senior Emerson Waldron, who reached 1,000 career kills. Buhler is now 7-14 on the season. The team will travel to El Dorado for tournament play coming up tomorrow. The JV and freshman football teams competed at Andale on Monday. Andale dominated the JV matchup 50-0, a much closer freshman contest with Andale winning 34-20. This coming Monday, the JV squad will travel to El Dorado while the freshman team will play at Andover. This weekend, the Buhler Crusader Marching Band will compete against other top Kansas bands at the Olathe Marching Invitational. The event will be held at the Olathe District's College Boulevard Activity Center. Buhler will perform in preliminary competition tomorrow at 2 p.m. Join Steve Warner and myself for the Crusader Coaches Show. Monday night, we're live from AJ Sports Grill in Hutch. And we'll talk Crusader football, and players will join us in our player profile beginning at 6:30. And next Friday night is senior night at Crusader Stadium. Buhler will host Winfield at 7 o'clock. The Prairie Hills Middle School Marching Band will perform during pregame ceremonies at 6:40. Coming up here on the Community National Bank and Trust Halftime Report, tonight's Dix Phillips 66 first half fill-up, and we'll share results from tonight's homecoming. That's next. You're listening to Crusader Football on HKFM.
This is the Community National Bank and Trust Halftime Report. As we get ready for tonight's second half, we'll catch you up on other scores in the Buhler Dental Care scoreboard. The Buhler Crusaders play on 95.9 HKFM.
Looking for memory care that feels like home? Pleasant View Home offers private rooms, 24-hour specialized care, and monitored doorways for safety so you can have peace of mind. Our memory care neighborhood includes a secure outdoor courtyard and its very own activity director to keep residents active, engaged, and fulfilled. This is care that puts the resident first, with compassion, comfort, and respect. Pleasant View Home in Inman.
First National Bank is always open. We've made it easier than ever to conduct your banking from your smartphone, tablet, or laptop. Download our app and log right in, or head to our website at fnbhutch.bank. Apply for a loan or open an account over your lunch break or from the comfort of home. Electronic banking everywhere you are. Get started at fnbhutch.bank. First National Bank of Hutchinson, always first for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Midway Motors offers the most convenient way to service your vehicle with our pickup and drop-off service. Multi-point inspection video texted to you so you can see what the technicians are seeing, handy text approvals of proposed work, and even the option to pay through text. And if you decide it's time to sell your vehicle, we can appraise your vehicle and let you know what it's worth. Schedule your hassle-free service appointment today at midwaymotors.com. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
If you're feeling overwhelmed or in crisis, you're not alone. The mobile crisis team at Horizons Mental Health Center is here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And, if safe and appropriate, will travel to meet you right where you are. Get support today. Call 1-800-794-0163 and ask for mobile crisis.
Crusader football on HKFM.
And we're back here at halftime, Crusader football, as we've got homecoming activities going on. So hopefully we'll be able to bring to you live the big announcement coming up here in just a minute.
No doubt, lots of neat kids out there tonight. Know a lot of these kids and their families personally, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see who walks out of here with the crowns.
Absolutely, got a lot of fantastic young people doing some really great things in our community. Just fantastic. Well, Buhler 7 of 8 on offensive drives, scoring touchdowns in that first half. The only drive they did not score on was the drive that ended right there at halftime.
Yep, so a very efficient half for the Crusaders, and literally, other than Garrett Gleason getting hurt, a very, very positive half across the board for Buhler.
Yeah, 2 turnovers on El Dorado, fumble recovery by Jacob Miller, and then the interception returned for a touchdown by Garrett Gleason. As you mentioned, Gleason gets into the end zone, and they get popped right at the end of the play. They ended up calling a personal foul penalty, and we sure hope that Garrett's okay. But good things offensively. Happy for Asher Zachary. He had a really good first half. Just trying to build some confidence in him and help him to get more comfortable running the offense. He had a frustrating week last week. A really good first half for him.
Yeah, threw the ball really well tonight, and being as efficient as he did, we don't have his stats yet, but very, very, very efficient first half. No picks, multiple touchdown passes. Yeah, he did a fantastic job in just of running the offense in that first half.
Our fall homecoming candidates here for 2025, Hannah Cadast and Gio Walters, Alexa Adame and Gabe Oksher, Emerson Waldron and Reuben Harder. Taylor Kessinger and Chris Hawkins. Mackenzie Little and Luke Holmberg. Danica Sutton and Easton Yoder and Kinsey Polk. And Carson White. I believe they are announcing the last two right now. And then we'll get the official announcement. How about some scores in our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard? Halftime, Great Bend leading Liberal 42-6. Out west, Trinity Catholic 20, Ellenwood nothing at the half.
I have a very important score from elsewhere in the AVCTL.
Yeah, Mulvane McPherson, how's that going?
Mulvane is leading Mac with 7:48 to go in the third, 20-3. So Mulvane 17 points ahead of Mac currently.
Well, Mac's been the heart attack comeback kids this year, all year long.
Another score from Central Kansas Trinity Catholic out of Ellenwood tonight, up at the half, 20-3. That game over on Kansas Rocks.
Rock Creek leading Marysville at halftime, 28-7. Abilene, Augusta, nothing. And to the half, Collegiate leading Clearwater 7-6. These scores in our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard. And the 4A East, Lewisburg leading Wichita West to the half, 28-0.
Another score from our part of the world at the half, Nickerson leading Lions in the Battle of K14, 14-7.
Sterling 33, Callaway Springs 7, and here comes the announcement. Let's see if we can.
Gabe Auction.
Gabe Auction. Boy, Gabe.
And your 2025 homecoming queen is Mackenzie Little.
And Mackenzie Little. So congratulations to Gabe and Mackenzie. Will be crowned here in the ceremony at halftime. Pretty cool.
Yep, two great kids from two great families. They both, and all these candidates, do such a good job of representing Buhler High School in multiple activities.
I have to laugh about it. Of course, it's not my name, but the Oxshire name, 2 years ago for marching band, we were in Tulsa at their big competition, and they have one of those fancy big-time announcers who they bring in, and he pronounced it Azure.
Yes, I remember that. I was there. I remember it.
Oh, well, congratulations to Gabe and Mackenzie. Hutch High leading campus at the half, 21-0. Halftime Mountain 14, Marion nothing. Little River up on El Saline at the half, 14-0. Andale blanking Smoky Valley 54-0. Those are some halftime scores we have for you in our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. And, of course, you can see live audio and video of many of the games we cover on our network. Download the free Ad Astra Radio app, powered by Next Tech Wireless. We'll be monitoring that McPherson-Mulvane game very closely coming up in the second half. It's 56-6 here. And more of our Community National Bank and Trust halftime report coming up right after this.
More of the Community National Bank and Trust halftime report is next. Community National Bank and Trust. Small enough to know you, big enough to serve you. Your home for Crusader football is HKFM.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matthew Perry, and I work with McPherson Dental Care, and we are excited to have 6 locations in our communities in order to serve and take care of your dental needs. McPherson Dental believes whether you are 2 or 92, your teeth are important to your overall health, and we want to make sure we are taking care of you and your loved ones every step of the way. It's our honor to live and work in your communities, and we want to thank you for choosing us and letting us be your hometown dentist.
That's McPherson Dental, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
Hi, I'm Michael Klayman from Back of the Plains in Hutch. We were established in 1906 on the Kansas Plains, and we continue to making our decisions based on what's best for small-town Kansas communities. We're a full-service community bank with traditional banking services you value and the digital capabilities you need to keep pace in today's world. We'd like to visit with you in person, so please come over to 517 East 30th and Hutch to learn more about how we are making banking simple. Equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Hungry for something epic? AJ Sports Grill is home of the 29-inch Super Dome Pizza. Enjoy $3 happy hour, including select apps, every day from 2 to 6 at AJ Sports Grill, inside the alley in Hutch.
Mann Wyatt Tanksley Injury Attorneys.
Liability issues are complex. The manufacturer fought and fought. The best offer they made was $30,000. The jury returned a verdict for a little over $11.1 million.
Mann Wyatt Tanksley Injury Attorneys. Big firm muscle, small firm hustle.
Struggling to catch your breath? Whether it's asthma, COPD, or pulmonary dysfunction, Hutchison Pulmonology Associates are here to help you breathe easier and live life to the fullest. Don't let breathing problems hold you back. With expert care and personalized treatment, we're here for you every breath of the way. Visit hutchregional.com or call 620-513-4800 today. Breathe better, feel better with Hutchison Regional.
Crusader football on HKFM.
Well, back here at halftime, a look at our Dix Phillips 66 first half Phillip. 4th and Stevens in Hutch. Every journey begins with a stop at Dix Phillips 66. Andrew Epp, our varsity offense. Every time they touched the ball tonight, they scored a touchdown.
Yeah, we were going to try to see how many offensive snaps or what was the ratio for how many times you scored on how many snaps you had. It was 56 points, so that's, 7 touchdowns.
There's no way they had 56.
Well, no, so 7 touchdowns for 49 because we got a pick 6. So 7 out of our 19 offensive snaps, that's 38% or so for how many times you score per snap. So 56-6 is your halftime score. Buhler has the lead, and Buhler has 229 total yards. It would have been more if their field position wasn't so good. That was on 19 snaps, so that's 12 yards per offensive play. El Dorado had 91 total yards on 40 snaps. Buhler and El Dorado both had 7 first downs. The Wildcats 2 for 9 on 3rd down. Buhler 2 for 3, and 4th downs 1 for 2 for El Dorado. Buhler did not attempt a 4th down, nor did they punt. 3 penalties for 40 yards for El Dorado, 3 for 35 for Buhler. Just 1 turnover in the game. It was that pick 6. We'll get back to that later. On the ground, El Dorado 19 rushes for just 5 yards. Much of that is because Daniel Bolin, the quarterback, was sacked, I think 7 times is what I had. Daniel, 11 rushes for -12. The first 8 of those were minus yards, and the last 3 were positive yards. He had a touchdown for 9 yards. That's the only score of the season for El Dorado. On the ground, the Crusaders, Ben Klaus, just 7 carries, but he had 56 yards, 4 touchdowns, along with 19. Max and Asher didn't get any carries, either Asher. Nate Nugent and Hendricks Blackburn both got a carry. Hendricks had 2, actually, and those are the only 2 other Crusaders that had any carries in the game. So 64 yards on the ground for the Crusaders is low, but they were going to focus on passing today through the air. Asher Zachary, 7 for 8, 165 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Jacob Miller had 3 catches for 36 yards and a touchdown. Asher McConaughey got a 24-yard catch. Eli White, a 13-yard catch. Landon Martinez, a 54-yard touchdown catch. Garrett Gleason, a 38-yard touchdown catch. Gleason also had the pick 6. He had 2 tackles, 1 pass breakup, and that 30-yard pick 6. Max Harmony, 5 tackles and a pass breakup. Jackson Pratt, 5 tackles. All of them were sacks. Jack Barlow, 3 tackles. 2 tackles for a loss, 1 sack. Lane Burkhardt, 3 tackles, 2 for a loss, 2 sacks. Noah Hayes, 3 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss, 1 sack. Kingston Reyes, 2 pass breakups. Lena Martinez, 2 tackles, 1 pass breakup, and a forced fumble. Jacob Miller, I guess they did have that fumble. That I didn't have down. So 2 turnovers in the game for the Wildcats. Jacob Miller had 4 tackles, a pass breakup, and a fumble recovery. Through the air, El Dorado, 9 for 21, 86 yards, no touchdowns, and a pick. I did want to add that. 56-6 is your score. Buhler probably going to play mostly backups in the second half. We'll see.
All right, our Dix Phillips 66 first half Phillip. 4th and Stevens in Hutch. Every journey begins with a stop at Dix Phillips 66. And we will come back with the second half kickoff. That is on the way next here from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth on HKFM.
Kansas. Trust the power of Blue for your CanCare plan. Families trust Healthy Blue for doctor visits and prescriptions. New and expecting moms trust Healthy Blue for pregnancy support. And Healthy Blue provides extra benefits for your whole family. Choose the brand Kansans have trusted for more than 80 years. Visit choosehealthyblue.com/KS for more details. Trust the power of Blue.
Do you have the right financial advisor to help you reach your goals? Ameriprise Advisors can provide personalized, goal-based advice to help you feel more confident about your financial future. Call me, Zach Trump, with Prairie Hills Financial Group of Ameriprise Financial Services at 620-663-7478. Office is located at 1724 East 30th, Hutchinson, Kansas. Ameriprise Financial cannot guarantee future financial results. Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
HKFM.
Well, back here as we get ready for the second half. Thoughts, guys? Matt, we'll start with you. I'm excited to see some of these young guys play in the second half here.
Excited to see him play and very, very, very much interested in no more injuries. I can tell you that when Garrett went down, there was a decidedly kind of a melancholy feel down on the sideline. It was really excited, and then things got pretty quiet down here for a few minutes. I think a secondary that's already been hit by injury with McCade, and then now looking down the possibility of losing another one of those defensive backs. Really a bummer.
Well, there are entirely already too many guys in street clothes on that sideline.
Yeah, Buhler does have a lot of guys, on crutches and street clothes. There's definitely been our fair share of injuries this year.
And not just at the varsity level, JV. I know maybe last week Wyatt Knopp, I think a concussion knocked him out.
Yeah, there's quite a few. So hopefully, no, like you said, Matt, no more injuries tonight. Can get out, have a good clean half of football, and get out of here with the homecoming win and get ready for Winfield.
I think everybody would like this to be over in about 30 minutes from right now.
Yes.
Ben Scott's got that heavy knee brace on from his injury. El Dorado will kick off here. It's going to bounce at the 20, be picked up at the 8, far side, returned 15, 20, 25, and then tackled at about the 27-yard line.
Guys, that was picked up by Hampton Faulkner.
Hampton Faulkner on the return. Here we are, start of the third. Buhler's going to have the ball from their, this will be the deepest they've had to start on a drive in the game. From their own 25, 1st and 10.
Chris, I don't know about you. I sure expect to see a lot of power I here in the second half.
Yes, the playbook gets a little smaller when you get to the JV and the freshmen and the reserves.
So out of the I running clock for the second half, 1st and 10. And here comes handoff near side. Good run for Hendricks Blackburn. And forward progress up to about the 34. It's going to be about a yard shy of a first down on the near side run.
Yeah, great run by Blackburn. He had a couple runs in the first half, but that's by far his longest run of the season in varsity ball.
Second down and a long one. Buhler leading 56-6 out of the I. And the inside handoff. This is Nugent. The second effort might have gotten him the first down.
And they'll move the sticks. So Nate Nugent gets another carry. Had a couple of good carries in the first half.
Across the 35 up to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10.
Like we said, trying to work on some of these guys. Adrian Mitchell bringing the play in.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. Two receivers right, offset I. They'll toss to the right side. This is Blackburn trying to get to the edge, gets to the second level. Nice burst of speed there from the sophomore. And tackled up at the 45-yard line.
When you can get 8-9 yards on first down, that makes the play calling that much easier. Great runs on first down by Hendricks Blackburn to begin this third quarter.
Rox Miller rotates in with the play here on Second and a long one. Call it 2nd and 2 from the 45, going right to left here. Two receivers split to the near side, the I. McCurdy will take the snap. They'll keep it on the ground with Blackburn. Inside run to the left. And he's got a first down. Good job of this JV offense to keep moving the chains across the 50 into Wildcat territory at the 48.
Well, I know it's early returns, but right now the JV offense dominating the line of scrimmage here in this early third quarter.
Adrian Mitchell now rotating in at receiver with offensive play.
That carry was good for yet another Crusader.
1st and 10, another First National Bank first down. Nugent gets the carry, gets a yard, hard inside run. Forward progress up to the 47.
Well, it should be running clock for this entire second half, so that will really kind of speed things up, even if there is incompletions.
In on the stop for El Dorado, number 78, Braylon Wright.
2nd down and 9 here, 8:26 to go in the third. Crusader football brought to you by Prairie Hills Financial, by Ray & Sons Roofing, Alpha Land Surveys, by EPAC Shears, and by the Medicine Shop. Two receivers left. They'll toss to the left side. This is Blackburn. Gets a good block on the edge at the 40, 35, 30, and driven out of bounds near the 25. Got a great block on this left side edge and a big run for a First National Bank first down.
He had a convoy of Black Knight or Buhler offensive players leading the charge that time. Hendricks Blackburn getting it done here in this third quarter.
It was for 21 yards on that run by Blackburn. And a 1st and 10 up at the El Dorado 26-yard line. This time they'll toss to Blackburn to the right side. Another good block on the edge. Karsten Seidel leading the way, and Blackburn with forward progress across the 25, 24, up to the 23-yard line. Gains 3.
Yeah, tackle made that time by Peyton White, one of the juniors for El Dorado.
2nd and 7, upcoming for the Crusaders.
Clock continuing to melt away. We're about 5 minutes into this third quarter.
2nd down and 7. First series of the second half. Two single receivers make it either side. This is going to be a quarterback in around run. This is McCurdy at the 15, the 10. He's got a first down. And a nice run around the left side by Bryson McCurdy. He's going to set up a 1st and goal.
And an El Dorado Wildcat was banged up on the play. That's Nellion Williams. He's back up, but good run there by the quarterback counter by Bryson McCurdy.
And they're going to mark it right down at the 10, so it'll be 1st and goal at the 10. Is there a worse place to have 1st and goal than the, I guess you can't have worse than the 10, can you?
Nope, nope.
Maybe unless it was a penalty and you
yes,
had like
then you
1st
have
and
to,
15.
yes, one of those way back deals.
1st and goal at the 10, 6:06 to go in the third. Single receivers either side, the I formation. Hard inside run by Blackburn.
He kind of burrows his way up to the 8-yard line.
That was the 9th play of this drive. I like that quarterback counter by
Yep. McCurdy had a good burst of speed there. And it's really important for Bryson. He's just a sophomore getting some varsity time here, experiencing what it's like to have your control, being at the controls.
He's the third of 3 McCurdy brothers to wear that Buhler uniform. Both his brothers were receivers. 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line. Back to the ground, back to the tailback Blackburn. Inside the 5, being shoved forward, and forward progress up to about the 4. Actually going to mark it at the 5. It'll be 3rd and goal there.
William Griffin checking in for some O-line action, replacing Blake Morn, as the coaching staff continuing to work other young men into the lineup.
3rd and goal, Crusaders.
It'll be 3rd and goal at the 5-yard line. 4:42 to go in this third. Out of the I formation, 2 receivers left. They're going to run that way. And El Dorado was ready for it. And a little unnecessary action at the end of that play. As Blackburn, after the whistle had been blown, got slammed down. Lost back to the 11-yard line where it'll be 4th and goal.
And coach not bringing the field goal unit on. They're going to try to get 6 here. By ground or by air.
Trafford Conrad had that read perfectly that time, credited with the tackle. 4th and goal. They're going to roll out play action. And Bryson to the end zone. Oh, touchdown to the flag right in the middle of the field. Hampton Faulkner on the reception.
And the flag right around Ryder Schultz. I don't know, Matt.
It's going to be holding.
Rats.
What a bummer. That was a nice roll to his right, and the throw by Bryson. He found Hampton Faulkner right in the back of the end zone. And a holding penalty is going to spoil a nice play.
Yeah, that would have been Bryson McCurdy's first varsity touchdown pass, so it gets wiped off the board.
That'll make it 4th and goal back at the 21-yard line.
So remember you're talking about there's not a good spot to be
just
in
got
goal.
Worse.
Yes. 4th and goal from the 21.
You had to say something.
I know.
It's usually my fault, guys. I mean, let's just be honest. And McCurdy to throw. Now he's just going to take off with it and be hit at the line of scrimmage, and that'll be a turnover on down.
The lone senior from El Dorado, DJ Mitchell, making the stop.
So 2:39 running clock here in the third. El Dorado's going to take over at their own 22-yard line.
So this will be El Dorado's first possession of the third quarter. And if you're a Black Knight secondary member, you got to be red alert now because El Dorado is probably going to give us a heavy dose of the air attack here.
You really don't have much in the way of a ground game. Daniel Boland's not a quarterback. He's a pretty decent athlete.
No doubt.
1st and 10 here. Boland being pursued is going to take off. He'll let it go, and he
airmailed.
As it go high, receiver got a hand on it, but it went through the hands, incomplete at the 45-yard line.
Intended for Colby Cooper, and if he'd been able to hold on to it, he got behind the Buhler defenders over there, but just kind of got tangled up, was kind of off balance.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Inside 90 seconds we go in the third, 56-6. No points yet in the second half.
And the one nice thing for Buhler, even on those incompletions through the air, clock continues to run here in the second half.
Boland will stay out of the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Wants to throw, hits the man. In the middle of the field, it's caught, still on his feet, shy of the first down. Pass complete to Colby Cooper. And they'll mark him down at the 29.
Xander Zradnik in on the stop for Buhler.
Gain of 7. So 3rd down and 4 coming out.
This might be the last play of this third quarter.
Well, you know, these guys like to get a stop right here.
No doubt.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down and 4. Pressure off the edge. Lets it fly up the field and overthrows the intended target over on the far El Dorado sideline. In coverage for Buhler was Markel Crosby.
Like we said, El Dorado probably in 4-down territory for the remainder of this game, no matter the circumstances.
Got some decent pressure off the edge that time. And
because I think the clock's going to run out here on the third quarter before this play gets off.
So they will not snap the ball again in the third. Each team with just 1 possession in a running clock third quarter. Buhler still leads it 56-6. Final quarter coming up in week 6 when we come back on HKFM.
Business is tough.
protecting it doesn't have to be. At DJ Kaufman Agency, we offer comprehensive business insurance that keeps your hard work safe. Whether you're a small startup or a growing enterprise, we've got the right coverage for you. From liability and property insurance to workers' comp and business interruption, our policies are tailored to fit your needs and your budget. Contact us today, 620-669-0410, or stop by our office in Hutchinson at 17 East 30th Avenue. DJ Kaufman Insurance is a member of the Trusted Choice Independent Agencies.
Do you need custom shirts, hoodies, polos, or other apparel printed? Whether it's for your sports team, business, or church, 37 Print Co. in Hutch has you covered. Hi, I'm Amanda. Check out our work on Facebook, 37 Print Co. We print shirts.
Why choose I Need a Cleaners? Expert dry cleaning and our professional shirt service. We take time to care for all your special items. When laundry piles up, let us do it for you. I Need a Cleaners. It's where to take your clothes.
HKFM.
Back here at Crusader Stadium on homecoming night. And congratulations again to our homecoming winners, Mackenzie Little and Gabe Oksher. Here we go with a
Big
fourth down. 4th and 4 for the Wildcats. Out of the gun. Throw near side, almost picked off. Almost intercepted by Karsten Seidel.
Man, could have held on. It would have been a nice pick. But the funny thing is, since it was 4th down, Buhler actually, field position-wise, going to be in better shape after the drop. Did want to give you a Buhler Dental Care scoreboard update. With 6:27 left to go in the 4th, Mulvane now leads McPherson 34-3. So the Wildcats not just beating Mac, but pulling away.
That's a thumping.
Yeah, I think Seidel's a kid, guys, that's going to help them.
Oh, no doubt. He's got some height, some quickness.
Guy's also a pretty good basketball player.
All right, here's a inside handoff to Blackburn, a shoestring tackle as he gets across the 25 and up to the 24 for a gain of 5. So if Mulvane holds on to win and Buhler wins against Mulvane next week, that would, or against Winfield next week, that would assure them at least a share of the league title because they've already beaten Mulvane.
Nice.
2nd down and 5 here. Blackburn gets wrestled to the turf in the middle of the field up at the 22 after a gain of 2 more. Down to 10:35 to go in the game.
And this 4th quarter, I think, is going to move really quick. Buhler now bringing in, I believe, the
here come the
freshman. So you were talking about this week, Aaron, for the first time all season long, Coach Warner electing to suit up the freshmen. A lot of times the freshmen don't get to suit up until the playoffs, but Coach Warner bringing the guys up. Always fun to see these youngsters.
So the freshman in there now on 3rd down. And the handoff. Let me tell you, how about unfortunately, I don't think we have the right freshman numbers.
We have their numbers for when they're playing in the JV and freshman games. And so in order to get these guys into the matching varsity uniforms, they had to fill in some different things. So
I can't tell you that carry was Jordan Rumbaugh.
I'm digging the hair, Mr. Rumbaugh. Here's a little play action. And a pass. Ooh, juggled and incomplete. Far side. Well, I guarantee you by next week we will have their numbers.
Yes.
I think it'll be a turnover on downs.
And I think Coach Warner just wanted to make sure that those guys got in because with the way a running clock goes, our offense might not be back on the field this game.
9:12 to go in the game. El Dorado will take over here in the 4th quarter at their own 23-yard line. Yeah, we'll make sure to have those correct freshman numbers for you next week.
From their own 23-yard line.
So 1st and 10, El Dorado. Just the 1 touchdown before the end of the 1st half. That's their only score tonight. Single back set. They're going to hand it off here. Hard run to the outside, 30-35, and down at near the 40.
Caden Glass finally driving him out of bounds.
I believe it's Hunter Conrad on the carry. Picks up a 1st down up at the 38's where they mark him out.
Clock continuing to melt away. It'll be around the 8-minute mark when El Dorado snaps it next.
Crusader football brought to you in part by Blue Stem Communities, by AJ Sports Grill, by Buhler Dental Care, Central Prairie Co-op, and by Hutch Auto Buddy. Winfield on senior night next week. The Vikings have never beaten the Crusaders.
That's a pretty cool stat for us.
1st and 10 here at the 38 out of the I formation. Receiver goes in motion left to right. And Boland to throw over the middle. In traffic is White. He gets banged to the turf. Ball out. Buhler's got it. Near midfield fumble.
Xander Radnick coming up with a loose football. Big heads-up play made by the sophomore linebacker.
Well, Peyton White caught that ball in a ton of traffic, and it got knocked loose.
Great job, Xander Radnick, getting the 3rd turnover of the night for Buhler, correct, Aaron? So
yes,
that makes us even Steven on the year.
Even on the season. And so Buhler will take over here. With 7:17 to go in the game. They're going to keep it on the ground, run to the far side. Starting this drive from the home 47 is Jordan Rumbaugh.
Easy to identify Mr. Rumbaugh with his flowing locks.
Yeah, he's got the hair going on. Well, here's an interesting, our freshman. You guys knew this. They have not played a team, nor will they, in our division. We are the only team in Division III. We're going to keep it on the ground here. Rumbaugh came to. This is now the fullback on the carry, across the 30.
Guys, Braylon North with the carry.
Braylon North up to the 29, but we are the only team in Division III, the ABCTL, that has enough players on its roster for a freshman team.
Yeah, so they've kind of had to play an eclectic schedule. I know they played Dodge City this year, Republic County, to just name a few of the other opponents.
Nice run there by North up to the 29. Back to the ground in Rumbaugh. And he'll get no gain on the left side. Tackled at the line of scrimmage, brings up a 2nd down and 10. Now they rotate in a bunch more.
I think this is JVO.
JV's going back out. How about those freshmen?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Well, for them to get in before you even get to mid-October in a varsity game, pretty special. And for all those young men, their first time on the varsity field, big deal.
2nd down and 10 here. And they'll work it back to the ground. Blackburn, no gain. He'll actually lose yardage back to the 31, lost 2. And that'll bring up 3rd and long with 5:22 to go in the game. Crusader football brought to you by Mennonite Friendship Communities, by Quality Body Shop, Midwest Single Source, and by American Family Agent Tara Hauslauer. 3rd and 11 here for the Crusaders. Out of the eye, play action. And it's going to be a keeper by McCurdy, breaks out of a tackle. 15-10, 5 still on his feet. Attaboy, Bryson McCurdy, touchdown, Crusaders. What a run by the quarterback.
Yeah, the sophomore signal caller had to outrun the contain on the far side. Then once he got to the 2nd level, had to make some nifty moves down the sideline. But he gets his first varsity score of the night there on the ground after he had a touchdown pass wiped off by a penalty earlier.
Well, the game's not over yet, but I'm pretty sure I just found our Hub Brick Oven play of the game.
Nope, always fun to see some of the younger guys getting in on the pay dirt.
PAT's up and good. McCurdy not big, but shifty in space. He's got good speed and able to juke a couple of guys on that far side.
He made enough men miss to get him across the goal line.
31-yard touchdown run. Buhler 63-6. 4:03 to go in the game. The Allen Samuels broadcast booth on HKFM.
Come to Scooter's Coffee and ask for our pumpkin cold foam to layer on any of our iced or blended drinks for pure pumpkin perfection. Scooter's Coffee, amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scooter's Coffee in Hutchinson, McPherson, Salina, and Abilene.
Taking your motorcycle out this weekend? This is Janet Dick, inviting you to stop by our locally owned Dick's Phillips 66. At Dick's, we offer the non-alcohol premium fuel your bike prefers, grab-and-go food options, and friendly service. Every journey begins with a stop at Dick's Phillips 66, 4th and Stevens in Hutch.
HKFM.
So we thinking that the counter was designed for Bryson to run that play to the left side?
100%. 100%. And a good block thrown out there on the edge by Levi Brady, I believe.
3:31 to go in the game. Well, once he made the one guy miss, he had a ton of room in front of him.
Lots of green grass in front of him.
Nathan Wells to kick off here with 3:18 to go in the game. It's going to be taken at the 10-yard line. And returned up the middle. Well, this El Dorado team that is
For the Wildcats, number 22, Hunter
Conrad on the return. Very young, that have showed me some stuff tonight.
Yeah, and they have fought hard. I mean, this hasn't been a game where El Dorado's just laid down and died. I mean, these guys are still trying to fight, outman, but still trying to do some positive things, and haven't seen any of the El Dorado kids fighting with each other, which typically, if you have a rough year going, sometimes starts becoming the case.
So 2:29 to go in the game, 63-6. 1st and 10, El Dorado with their own 29.
And lots of freshman defenders out there because we don't have the correct numbers.
El Dorado's got a new quarterback in now, Skylar Dimmel. Progress up to the 27-yard line. Handoff to Hunter Conrad.
Loss of 1 on the play, tackle made by
As players continue to trickle in and out for Buhler. We're under 2 minutes to go here.
Think about this younger team. 10 juniors on the El Dorado roster, but just the 1 senior.
In talking with the coaches before the game, they only brought 1 senior and 4 juniors, so really an entire team of underclassmen.
Yeah. Very, very young. 2nd down here, 1:28 to go. And El Dorado's going to call a timeout. I'll be interested to see how our tennis kids did today. Sophia Spiess defended her league title earlier this week and was in the sub-state title match earlier today. Gabriella Gillespie with a chance to qualify as a freshman in singles, and then one of our 2 doubles teams with a chance to punch their ticket to state as well. Talked about cross country at halftime as Corbin Starkweather broke her own school record at the Sterling meet on Thursday. She runs fast, by the way.
She does. Anytime you break a school record, it's pretty awesome. And to break your own record instead of the school, kind of cool.
Absolutely. And,
I think we could raise some money by having you race her.
Not a chance, man.
Can you call the race if they get out of sight, Matt?
Well, I mean, not with that attitude.
I'm just telling you, I'm beat at the start line, guys. No chance. Gavin Lindahl broke his personal best, set a new personal best, right around 15:40. He ran and won the race yesterday. Pressure on the quarterback. And Dimmel's going to be hit back at around the 15, minute 18 to go.
Quarterback sack.
His brother, Gavin's brother, Tanner, holds the school record at about 15:20.
Wow.
He's, of course, running now for the Air Force Academy. 1 minute to go. 3rd down and long coming up here for El Dorado. And our golf team will get a chance at regionals coming up on Monday. They host. El Dorado's going to keep it with their quarterback. Boy, since Skylar Dimmel came in the game, that poor guy has had a a heck of a time.
The offense has been going backwards for El Dorado, and
back down to the 9.
And
this drive started at their 20. Now they've lost 20 yards in 3 plays.
The play clock.
They don't have to snap it again. I don't think they will.
So good luck to our golf team in regional play on Monday. Peyton Weber scored her best round as a Crusader at league this week. Monica Paulsrud and company, and the Crusaders going to run the clock down and win it. 63-6 is your final score. Big night for the Crusaders as they improve to 4-2 on the year. They'll finish up with 2 league games, home against Winfield next Friday here, and then at McPherson on October the 24th. El Dorado, they go to Abilene next week, and then home against Wellington for their senior night on October the 24th. They're now 0-6 on the season. Their losing streak extends to 25 games. A lot of positives. One just kind of, boy, for me, the status of Garrett Gleason's kind of hanging over everything right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's always tough when somebody gets hurt, and and a kid like Garrett that's just a sophomore, and it's always tough. I mean, sports are one of those things. We love to watch these young men compete, but when you see somebody get banged up, it always puts a little bit of a pall over a win.
All right, our Rise Up Reno Locker Room show here from Crusader Stadium begins next on HKFM.
You've been listening to Buhler Crusader Football on HKFM. Stay tuned next for the Rise Up Reno Locker Room Show. Stream Crusader Football on your smartphone with the Ad Astra radio app. Crusader Football on HKFM.
Hi, I'm Hallie.
I'm Carly.
I'm Avery.
I'm Morgan. In Reno County, our kids are our future, but to grow strong, they need guidance, encouragement, and connection.
The Rise Up Reno Prevention Network is working every day to give youth the tools to make safe choices, build resilience, and know they're never alone.
From school programs to community partnerships, we're creating a place where every child feels supported and ready to lead.
You can be a part of the change. Join us at riseupreno.org to learn more. Together we soar.
Got a tough to-do list? Tackle it with an even tougher Can-Am Defender. Agri Center has just the one for you. This capable and clever side-by-side for work gets the job done. With a class-leading 69 foot-pounds of torque and up to 2,500 pounds towing capacity. Come see us in Hutchinson and Salina to learn more about the 2025 Can-Am Defender HD10. No matter the task, no matter the terrain, you can rely on the Can-Am Defender. So head on down to Agri Center, just named 2023 National Dealer of the Year in Hutchinson and Salina.
Hey guys, how's practice going?
Papa, I can't hit the ball over the fence yet.
Well, Easton, that fence is 300 feet away and you're only 4 years old.
Papa, how long before we can hit the ball over the fence?
Boys, it's not always about home runs, it's about teamwork and always getting better. Ray Riffing's been around for 83 years and we still believe in teamwork and working hard.
So Papa, it's gonna take 83 more years until we're good?
No, Brogan, you'll be good long before that.
Riff the right way, the Ray way.
Whether you want a small home remodel or need repairs done or have a brand new build project in mind, Erickson Custom Building is your choice. All of us at Erickson Custom Building would like to thank our customers for 20 years of business and friendship. Brian and the crew at Erickson have spent those years developing excellent customer service and quality leadership for all types of projects, big or small, traditional or trendy. When your project is finished, it will reflect your vision for quality and follow-through that exceeds your expectations, not your budget. Call Erickson Custom Building or find us on the web at ericksoncustombldg.com.
Crusader Football on HKFM.
Well, back here on our Rise Up Reno postgame. Matt, are you down there in the middle of the band?
Indeed I am.
Yeah. Feeling young again, are you?
No.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'll race Corbin Starkweather if you play tuba in tomorrow's. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing.
Grab some tuba with the band.
If I was to play tuba with the band, it would not be good for the band. I think if you raced Corbin, it would be good for all of us.
Yeah. Well, except for one person.
Yeah, but we're not so much concerned about that.
Did you come up here to be on the radio? Yeah, of course you did. Well, good night, Bar Kids. I tell you what, the funnest part of the night for me was watching our young kids have success.
Yes.
That was so cool.
Yeah, no, it was very cool getting to see, some of the reserves, some of the seniors and upperclassmen don't get to play as much, seeing them out there, seeing the JV get out there, getting the freshmen out there. Like Coach Warner said at halftime, one of the goals tonight was making sure that everybody got into the game and got on the field, which with how big of a roster Buhler has, that's difficult to do. And the neat thing, too, fellas, able to do that without getting any substitution penalties, because that's something that's easier said than done. Sometimes people don't realize when you're trying to run that many guys in and off a field, it could be really easy to get some penalties, and we didn't get any substitution penalties tonight.
I know it was against a team that's struggling, Matt, but Bryson McCurdy showed me some things tonight.
Yeah, Bryson is a good athlete, a good decision maker. I think when the day comes that the keys to the offense are turned over to Bryson, he will handle everything just fine. Good thrower, good runner, shifty, and I'll tell you the thing that I like the most about that run, Chris, when he finally got to that far side, he could have ducked out of bounds at about the 6 or 8 yard line, and instead he turned it back in, ran through the contact to get into the end zone. I thought that showed a little bit of moxie.
No doubt. And the other thing, too, and you guys know this, when you get down near the goal line on those sweep or counter-type plays, there's an art to, as those defenders are coming, kind of knowing when to stop and let their momentum just carry him out of bounds. And he really did a nice job letting a couple of those guys that he could tell, man, if he just ran straight at him, they're going to bump him out of bounds. But he just hesitated enough to let their momentum go by and stay in bounds and try to get across the goal line.
I mean, the truth of the matter is all of those kids really, one of the things that makes Buhler so special is that all of those kids in all of those classes have been playing football together for years and years and years and years. So it's not like they're new to this or that they've not been taught that from the time they were first and second graders.
We'll make that 31-yard touchdown run by Bryson McCurdy, our Hub Brick Oven play of the game. Home of the world-famous Brick Oven Pizza. Get your grub at the Hub. Varsity offense scored on every drive they touched the ball tonight. Forced 3 turnovers in the game, so
yes,
that was a good thing.
Yep, so we are even Steven this year on the turnover margin, and no turnovers ourselves this evening. So that was good. Penalties, there was a couple penalties on the Crusaders, but really did a good job of cleaning up some of those this evening, because last week we had some self-inflicted penalties. And literally a very positive night for Buhler homecoming. Beautiful night, great crowd. We didn't even talk about that, but just a fantastic crowd on hand tonight.
Absolutely. We'll get to post-game comments from Coach. Coach, we were just talking up here in the booth. Probably the funnest part of the night for us was watching your young kids have some success out there on the field.
It was fun to watch them, definitely. I mean, we brought the freshmen up, and I hopefully we could get them in, and we did, and they did a good job. They moved the ball well. It was kind of classic, too. El Dorado put in their younger kids, so I like that. I thought that was pretty nice on their part, because they could have kept their older kids out there, and they did not. And, of course, we didn't really run up the score either. Could have been a whole lot worse, and I thought we took care of that. I'm proud of the kids and the way we got everybody in, everybody on the entire team, so that's exciting.
How about that counter run for a touchdown by Bryson McCurdy?
That was pretty athletic. I loved it. I was very happy for him. He knows he's waiting his time at quarterback, but just very athletic and did a great job.
You know, and for him, if not for a holding penalty, he threw for a touchdown too.
A beautiful throw. Yes, he did a great job there too. So, yeah, you're right. He could have had a running touchdown and a passing touchdown.
I know it was a frustrating week for Asher at quarterback last week. I thought he did look a lot more comfortable this week, did some nice things there in that first half for you.
Well, I don't know his stats, but I think he only had one incompletion, and it was a drop. So I'm very pleased with the way he controlled himself. He had more poise and threw the ball well, and that was our goal going in. We wanted to work on our passing attack, and I felt like our passing attack has gotten better, and now we've got to do it when we've got a lot of pressure on us too, because didn't have a whole lot of pressure on him. I think he got hit once when we threw the fade route for the touchdown, but other than that, I don't think he got hit.
Kind of the one negative that's hanging there in the background is Garrett Gleason getting hurt on that INT return for the touchdown, and we're hoping for some positive news there come Monday.
I am too.
Yeah,
I am too. I know they went to the hospital to get an X-ray, and we're praying for him and hope he's okay. We definitely need him. He's a tremendous athlete. And I'm not sure what it is. We'll wait and find out.
He's really stepped up for you at receiver too.
Well, he really has, and also at D-back. He's improved so much at D-back, and he gives us, a lot of speed with him and Landon. So having two good, speedy receivers is very important, especially after we lost McCade. So we certainly do not want to lose Garrett.
Well, Coach, we know Mulvane was running away from McPherson tonight, so that means a win next week would give you at least a share of another league title. Certainly we want to get it done and finish it out right, but still a lot to play for, but only 2 weeks left in the regular season, and looking forward to it.
Well, number one is seeding. We need to win out to be 6-2 and have a decent seed.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll start with Winfield here next Friday night on senior night. Coach, we appreciate your time, and you have a final score on that game, Chris?
Yeah, Mulvane did win 34-3 over McPherson.
Oh, wow.
And the last score we had, Wellington is up on Winfield 39-28 with 6 minutes left.
Coach,
So,
I think you told me one of Mulvane's really good defensive linemen is hurt. Is that right?
He is hurt. Yeah, their nose guard that gave us fits, and he's out, and they scored that many points and did that well against McPherson. Wow. I can't wait to watch that film.
Yeah. Well, big night. We'll see Mac in a couple of weeks. Coach, appreciate your time.
Yes, we will.
And we will talk to you Monday night on the Coaches Show.
Thank you.
All right, head coach Steve Warner with his thoughts. Again, Garrett Gleason x-rayed at the hospital. Hopefully nothing is broken.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be okay. His dad is a doctor himself, so he'll get some great care there, and hopefully, like I said, his season is not coming to a conclusion. But, kind of the neat thing, and you guys heard Coach Warner say it, right now we're at that point in the year where we're playing for the seeding. And the cool thing is Buhler has the chance each week to improve that seeding ourselves or to hurt it. And, Winfield, you got to take it one game at a time. And you guys know, you follow Buhler sports long enough, the key thing is any opponent before McPherson. You can't be thinking about McPherson this week, any iota.
Can I just ask, though, why does it always come down to McPherson?
Well, I've explained this to people new to the Buhler community that you just got to get used to McPherson's usually always in the way. It doesn't matter what sport it is. That's just the way it breaks down. And
always.
Did we get a final on the McPherson-Mulvane game?
Yeah, 34-3. Mulvane thumped him.
Man, McPherson is not used to dropping multiple league games in the course of a year. If Buhler can get one from them, that would be 2 years in a row, wouldn't it? Because didn't Mulvane beat them last year, too? I think they did.
Could be. Could be. Although I do know Mac's got a really dynamic receiver in Ashton Malm, and then Carter Binkson's playing quarterback for him. He's a pretty good athlete, too.
It'll be interesting, just kind of, I don't know, guessing, right? Typically, with Coach Coles' defense, they put one guy on one side, one guy on the other, and they don't move him around too much. If Garrett is out, be interesting to see, like in that McPherson game, do they just let Landon spy Malm and go everywhere he goes, which may mean guys are flipping around field. That would be a little bit of a wrinkle different, but at a certain point, they are just down so many defensive backs right now.
Yeah. I think we talked about it. Karsten Seidels, hopefully a guy that can help them some. And Jacob's getting better at safety. So
yeah. I mean, he's great. You just have lost
so many
now
guys,
two cover corners. And,
yes,
cover corners are hard to come by.
They are. There's the old adage, you can't teach speed.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, Coach Warner always says the best defense is a good offense.
Oh,
so
no doubt, no doubt. A clock-churning O that eats time and eats up mileage.
And doesn't give the ball back.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, fellas. Well, good stuff tonight. We'll come back and wrap it up right after this, our Rise Up Reno Locker Room Show on HKFM.
Coming up on the Rise Up Reno Locker Room Show, we'll name tonight's player of the game and hear final stats in our Dix Phillips 66 post-game fill-up. Your home for Crusader football is HKFM.
Let the party begin where the pizza never ends. Come fuel up, raise up a cup, gather up your grub at the Hub.
Hey, it's Sammy from the Hub Brick Oven and Brewery, inviting y'all to join us in Mound Ridge. The station, Coffee and Bakery, is open at 7:30 a.m. Monday through Saturday for all your coffee, bakery, and ice cream fixes. Don't forget to try one of our delicious appetizers. Our brick oven is fired up from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Come get your grub at the Hub.
Is it time to replace an old can light trim? Sunflower Electric Supply has a great option, an LED recessed downlight that also includes a night light. This innovative design is perfect for a bathroom, hallway, stairway, or kitchen and is simple to install. The night light activates with the toggle of a light switch. It's energy efficient and color selectable from warm to cool white with the bulbs already included. Only $28. Visit us at Sunflower Electric Supply in Hutchinson, Great Bend, or Liberal to get yours today.
Cupcakes, cookies, cake, oh my! Holly here with Holly Sweet Treats. Come down to my shop at 205 South Main in Hutchinson for sweet treats and fun last-minute gifts. We also offer daily lunch specials, sandwiches, salads, and fresh baked bread. Call us at 888-YUM.
Looking for your dream home? Plaza Astor Realty is your local expert. From cozy cottages to spacious family homes, we've got it all. Call us today at 620-662-0576 or visit plaza-astle.com. We specialize in sold.
At People's Bank and Trust, we value our customers. We know you have plenty of choices for your mortgage loans, but we think we have what you're looking for, relationship banking. And if you're considering refinancing or purchasing a new home, check our competitive rates before you make that change. Your payments will be made at home, and you'll receive good personalized service. That's how we've established many long-lasting relationships. Make a change, know your lender, and make your payments at home with People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Crusader football on HKFM.
And back here on our Rise Up Reno locker room show. Run through some final scores. Hey, congratulations again to Mackenzie Little. Love the Little family. Fantastic folks. And the Oxshires, too.
Yes.
All great families.
Yep. Nope. Some, good kids and lots of neat kids up for homecoming. Always fun to hear all their accolades and all the different things that these guys contribute to making Buhler a better place.
Yeah, let's run through some scores, Chris, in our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard.
Well, I'll give you a couple of these 4A West scores because these affect us. So Abilene has shut out Augusta tonight and win 3-0 the Cowboys over the Orioles in a Big Ten, old school Big Ten matchup. So Abilene gets the win. They are having a good season up north, up in Abilene. Another score from the West, the last score we had in the Wellington-Winfield game, that's our next opponent. Wellington was up by 11 with about 6 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, so we'll see if the Crusaders can hold on to defeat the Vikings. Some of our upcoming opponents. Some other area scores, Central Christian shuts out Attica Argonia tonight 36-0. Last score we have in the Heston game, they're up 52-34. Nickerson gets a big win over Lions tonight, 35-10. Heston, they're over Wichita Trinity. Sorry, that was the opponent. Great Bend has a big night, 55-6 over Liberal. Ian Premer gets named Homecoming King. Saw that earlier as well. Ellsworth defeating Halstead tonight, 42-14. Trinity Catholic shuts out the Ellenwood Eagles tonight up in Ellenwood, 26-0. In 4A East, Chanute with a 12-point win over Fort Scott, 24-12. Sterling continues their big season as they beat Conway Springs, the defending 1A state champion, 46-20. And trying to get some of these other scores. We did talk about it earlier. Mulvane defeating McPherson tonight, 34-0. And like we said, trying to kind of focus on some of the scores from our part of the world.
Yeah, Clearwater beats Collegiate tonight, 15-5. That's an unusual score.
And a big 8-man final. El Saline beats Little River tonight, 22-20. El Saline scores the go-ahead touchdown with under a minute left and then intercepted Little River in the end zone to seal the win. So big win for the Cardinals over the Redskins tonight up in Brookville.
That's high over campus, 42-0. Rock Creek beat Marysville 56-14. Mound Ridge 28, Marion 12. Another final score in our area. Sterling 46, Conway Springs 20. Final big win for Sterling. Boy, they're having a fantastic season as well. And, of course, the big win, Mulvane over McPherson. Great Bend to beat Liberal tonight. I think Chris mentioned that one, 55-6. Our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard. Time for tonight's final. Dix Phillips 66, Phillip of the night. Every journey begins with a stop at Dix Phillips 66, 4th and Stevens in Hutch. And I did want to get to one thing, Andrew. Can you just real quickly, I'm getting you out of order, give me Asher Zachary's quarterback numbers?
He was 7 for 8, 165, 3 touchdowns, no picks, all in the first half.
All right, and he is our WIFCO Steel Products Man of Steel tonight. WIFCO Steel Products, the expert in steel fabrication, and I'm told we were the regional runner-up in tennis hosted today. Sophia Spies, Ella Gillespie will go to state in singles, and Emily Allen and Connie Bradshaw advance on in doubles. So good luck to that group next week at state. Andrew, take us through the final numbers.
You know, usually I'd have Asher's rushing totals too, but he didn't have to today.
He did not.
Nope, didn't get sacked. Just one incompletion. Great day for Asher through the air, and I know they wanted to work on that today, so excellent job. We got a final score here, 63-6. The second half went quickly, but a lot of guys got in. The total yards, Buhler 350 to El Dorado's 114. The Crusaders ran 38 snaps to El Dorado's 50. Buhler 12 first downs to El Dorado's 8. On third down, the Crusaders 2 for 5. And the Wildcats 2 for 10. Fourth downs, El Dorado 1 for 3. Buhler just 0 for 1. Penalties 3 for 40 for El Dorado and 4 for 45 for the Crusaders. El Dorado turned the ball over 3 times to Buhler's 0. Ben Klaus in just first half action, 7 carries, 56 yards, 4 touchdowns, a long of 19. Number 8, Hendricks Blackburn got a lot of carries today. Am I saying these right here? I hope I am. Yep, Hendricks Blackburn, number 8, 13 carries for 57 yards. So he was your leading rusher today. Number 12, Bryson McCurdy, 3 carries, 43 yards, including that 31-yard touchdown on the ground that you mentioned earlier. Number 42, Nate Nugent, 3 carries for 6 yards, 35. Jordan Rumbaugh had 3 carries for 11 yards. And number 33, Braden North, got 1 carry for 13. Crusaders finished with 185 yards on the ground on 30 carries. El Dorado, they finished with 23 carries for -1 yards. That's good for 0.04 in the negative yards per carry for the Wildcats. Let's see, through the air, El Dorado was 12 for 27 for 115, no touchdowns and a pick. That's Daniel Bolin, their quarterback. The leading receiver is Peyton White, 6 for 60. And then Asher Zachary, as we mentioned earlier, 7 for 8, 165, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Jacob Miller had 3 of those catches for 36 yards and a touchdown. Asher McConaughey, 1 catch for 24 yards. Eli White, 1 catch for 13. Landon Martinez, 1 catch for a 54-yard touchdown. And then Garrett Gleason had the 1 catch for a 38-yard touchdown. And defensively, this is where it's going to get a little crazy. I'm going to go through as much as I can here. Garrett Gleason finished with 2 tackles, 1 pass breakup, the 30-yard pick 6. Max Harmony, 5 tackles and a pass breakup. Jackson Pratt, 5 tackles. All of them were sacks. Jacob Barlow, 3 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, 1 sack. Lane Burkhart, 3 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, and both of those were sacks. Noah Hayes, 3 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss and a sack. Kingston Reyes had 2 pass breakups. Landon Martinez, 2 tackles, a pass breakup, and a forced fumble. Jacob Miller, 4 tackles, 1 pass breakup, a forced fumble. And then also with sacks tonight, number 40, Tamir Hendricks, number 62, Remington, England. And in on the last sack, or on the second to last sack, was number 89, Prince Perez. Bishop Holmes, number 83, also got a tackle at the end. And a whole bunch of other dudes were in there towards the end. We had Hampton Faulkner get a pass breakup on a 2-point conversion, and he caught the touchdown that got called back. We had a forced fumble recovery by Xander Zarodnik, number 51. And then it was a forced fumble, or the fumble. That fumble was forced by Hendricks Blackburn, number 8, as well. So a bunch of guys that we're not used to calling their names got in at the end. I'm sure I missed a whole bunch of them, but overall, it's kind of what you expect in a running clock second half game. 63-6 is your final. Buhler takes care of business. On to the next one.
All right, buddy. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
It's our final numbers tonight, brought to you by Dix Phillips 66. Winfield home again next Friday for senior night here at Crusader Stadium. We'll be on the air 7 o'clock kick, 6:30 for our Midway Motors drive to the game. Join us Monday night at 6:30, live from AJ Sports Grill in Hutchinson. It's our Crusader Coaches Show. We'll be live with Coach Warner and players, and we do that every Monday night at 6:30. Hope all of you have a great weekend. Good luck tomorrow to our marching band in Olathe and to our golf team on Monday at Regionals in Heston. For Chris Shank, Matt Atherton, Andrew Epp, Aaron West, have a pleasant good evening. You've been listening to Crusader Football here on 95.9 HKFM.